What is good, Raider Nation? Damn, damn, damn. Oh, man, you know what we do. That time, y'all already know what we're here to talk about. It is free agency time. So without further ado, let's go ahead and kick this thing off with a brand new intro from your boy, Jay Raider. Went ahead and updated the intro. So here we go.
Jay Ray, the creator with the killer content, hot takes and the dopest, guest Raider Nation. From Oakland to LA to Vegas, nothing greater than the Raiders, only facts. Just Ray, just Ray, just Ray, just Ray. Stand up. Welcome to the channel. It's called Just Raiders, baby. If you ain't subscribed, then you gotta try. Just Raiders, baby, nothing but love for the Raiders. Been an OG before 93. Shout out to the nation, they always crazy. So nation, ride with me, taking over my style is amazing. Making hits like the B on the Blitz and Silver and Black on the attack. They on the map. Jay Raider, the creator with the killer content, hot takes and the dopest guest Raider Nation. From Oakland to LA to Vegas, nothing greater than the Raiders, only facts. Just Ray, Jay Ray, just Raiders, putting on shows like Brock on the go. We just like Jay Raider, the innovator, making shows like Good Morning Raiders, the originator. Raiders unfiltered, raw, never censored. The post game reaction, nothing but action. Just Raiders, baby. Just Raiders, baby. Jay Raider, the creator of the killer content. Hot takes and the dopest, yes. Raider Nation, the only nation. There ain't no question.
Just win, baby.
Win, baby.
Just win.
That was the new intro from your boy, Jay Raider, Just Raiders. Appreciate everyone pulling up and rocking with me on this Monday night for Free Agency Monday. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe button on your boy. Appreciate you guys pulling up. If you guys are on X, aka Twitter, make sure you guys go ahead and jump on over to YouTube, hitting that link that's pinned in the chat. Go ahead and come on over, hit that like, hit that subscribe on anything and everything Raiders related. Y'all already know. Hey, if news drops, I go on. Y'all already know what time it is. Appreciate you guys pulling up this Monday night again. All right, we got a lot to talk about. It's a very special show. It's a very special day. God damn, it feels great to be a Raider fan today. We're going to get into it. But I cannot do the show alone. I am going to go ahead and bring on my guys, my guests for today's show. Very special show. First off, let me go ahead and bring in my guy. He is on the Most Notorious podcast with my guy, Cheeto Linus and Raider Jeff on Tuesdays. He has a solo show also as well on Thursdays. So make sure you guys go ahead and tap in with my guy, none other than Raider Will, Silver and Black Radio Podcast. Salute, my guy. How you doing?
Salute, my brother. You know what it is. Hey, man, we out here cooking, baby. We got Big Don John in the building, baby. It is no longer Coupon John. The man is out there signing deals, doing deals, and making me feel so good, baby. I even got my Scarface shirt on, got my little pechuga hanging out, my little 2 chains, and let's go Raiders.
But Bro, I'm telling you, I thought I was back. I thought it was in 305. It was in the 702. It's 305. I was like, what's going on today, dog? Are you on location?
Getting hot.
Do
It's getting
you know
hot, baby.
something we don't?
Woo. Hey, baby, look at this, baby. We just filling up the team with Pro Bowlers, so I had to get my Pro Bowl shirt ready, bro.
Oh,
I'll be
okay.
like, hey, you know, Johnny Spytek be cooking.
Back in the old days when we used to have the actual Pro Bowl, and it was an actual Pro Bowl, and then it was in Hawaii. But those were the days. But I'm not done yet. I still got the other half of this trio. The other side of the bread, if y'all put it positive necessary. Y'all already know my guy has his own show. Make sure you guys go ahead and pull up to my guy. None of that Raider Primo's in the building. What is good?
What is going on, Nation? Wow. Wow, what a day. Man, he did not disappoint. Spytek was cooking. Let that man Spytek cook, you guys. Y'all was hating on him for the Kappa signing. Why we gonna draft Mendoza? Let him cook. Yo, Jay, your mic.
Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah. That was Spytek all day today.
Oh, yes.
That man looked like he worked in the back of the Chinese place, man, over there at Palazzo, bro. He's just like, you want to wash you with that? Okay.
Oh, bro, Jay, we were talking about the linebacker. It was like another one. Like he brought out his own DJ Khaled.
I know, bro. No, he had DJ Khaled and like right there in the closet, bro. He's like, and another one. We'll just come out briefly, bro.
Bro.
All right, no, real quick before we go ahead and start kicking things off, let's go ahead and acknowledge the chat real quick. Shout out to Sean Johnson in the building. Salute. He says, salute Primos, a greatest day one of free agency in my lifetime. This shit's different. 8 signings and we ain't done. No, we're not, sir. Appreciate you pulling up. Let's see here. Ibiza Arroyo in the building. What is good? My guy, Big Luck. What is the deal? Salute, my guy. Appreciate you pulling up. Yeah, it was my fault today, man. I had to get a little smoke break on. I've been working like a dog all day long. Mava in the building. What is good? Appreciate you pulling up. Huey P, my guy. Salute, brother. Appreciate you pulling up. Alex in the building. Salute, my guy. My guy, Anthony. Tyler fucking Linderbaum. You already know, bro. You already know. We can get into that. Salute. Lord Rochitas in the building. What is the deal, my guy? Appreciate you pulling up. None other than the great and powerful The Raider Rundown is in the building. What is good, my guy? Appreciate you tapping in. Salute, salute. All right, let's see here. Let's see if I'm missing anybody. Joe Robinson in the building. Max Crowder because he's in the cold and snow instead of the warm heat of Las Vegas. Hey, bro. It's all good, man. Hey, I just hope he packed his winter gear. It's okay. There's only a few more weeks of winter. Well, technically we almost spring, bro. So, but maybe snowing back east. So I don't know. Whatever. But it's all good. It's all good. So let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Spytek cooks this free agency.
Your mic.
All right. I don't know why it keeps getting stuck. It keeps getting it stuck for some reason. All right, there we go. But Spytek be cooking, bro. Spytek be cooking today. Raiders aggressive in this free agency, and this is something that we've talked about it before. We talked about it when we did a couple shows a few weeks ago. We talked, we said that Spytek needs to be aggressive in this free agency, and sure enough, the man did not fail us today. We're gonna go through all the acquires that we did today, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. You already know. All right, let's go ahead and kick this thing off. We're gonna start with the signing that most of us have been waiting for. They made it official today. Raiders have acquired Tyler Linderbaum, the center that we've been hoping for. go. The center that they've been waiting to hear from we didn't know whether or not we were going to go ahead and get them. We sure did. There you go.
Everything.
That's not only killing, you. But honestly, when I heard this news come out, I was like, God damn, we fucking did it. We did it. Let's go ahead and go over the particulars. Raiders go out and sign Tyler Linderbaum through a 3-year, $81 million deal that includes $60 million guaranteed, making him the highest paid interior offensive lineman in NFL's history. He is certainly the highest paid for this season as of now. But Tyler Linderbaum is now a Las Vegas Raider. How are we feeling, Raider Nation? You guys let me know down in the chat. If you guys are watching the replay, let me know in the comment section how you guys feel about the Raiders signing Tyler Linderbaum as our new center. I'm going to go with Raider Will first. I'm going to get your opinion. How do you feel about this signing? A lot of Raider Nation has been waiting for it for quite a while now. For me, I'm pretty confident we're going to get him, but I can't say 100% sure, right? But now it's a done deal. It's going to go effective on Wednesday. But barring anything happen from now to then, this is basically a done deal here. So what are your thoughts with us acquiring Tyler Linderbaum?
Big time signing, man. I mean, let's be honest. Tyler Linderbaum was one of the biggest free agents and one of the top 3 or 4 centers in the league. When you talk about a guy that is a high-priced guy that's going to alleviate a lot of the stress for Fernando Mendoza coming in as a rookie, guy does a great job. Did we overpay? Absolutely, because we're the Raiders and we have to overpay, guys. Let's be real. It's not enticing to come to Las Vegas right now. We are in a rebuild. We are building to build for the future. So when people go like, oh, you guys overpaid, it's $9 million over the next center, I'm like, we have to. And I get it. Yeah. At this point, man, you have to spend the bucks. We had the money. We spent the money on a center. Now, when people go like, oh, we've addressed now the whole issue with Fernando Mendoza being protected, I'm like, let's not smoke that dope too soon. I'll be like, bro, I'd be like, that just addresses the center position. This doesn't address all the other issues that we had along the offensive line. So when I see a signing like that happen and I go like, hey, man, Tyler Linderbaum was an absolute beast, a guy that deserves his money. And as Primo brought it up in the green room, man, yes, it's a record-setting deal. But if you guys have noticed, man, now when people say that record-setting deal gets beat the very next year or the very next guy. So at the end of the day, did we get our guy? Yes. Did we address an issue? Yes. Was John Spytek smart enough to go get the best offensive lineman that he could that was on the board? Yes. So check mark, check mark, check mark. Hey, 2 points. Johnny Spytek.
There you go. There you go. Primo,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts with the Linderbaum signing?
This just tells me that they're gonna do what they need to do, a necessary overpay, as Big Lug pointed out, and it's necessary because of who you're going to pick at the first overall pick. I think the writing is on the wall that Fernando Mendoza is that pick, but like the Raider Will said, this move does not make the offensive line done. Like, I would still love for them to maybe bring in a Braden Smith. Do I see it happening? Maybe. I don't know how much money we have left over, but still, there are some guards and some tackles out there you can possibly look at if you do not believe that Caleb Rogers is the guy, or if you do not believe that Charles Grant is the guy, or DJ Glaze. But I'm also not too worried about those guys possibly getting a shot. You have solidified that left side. You have JPJ at left guard, Cole Miller at left tackle. Now you got Linderbaum at center, who first of all, let's start here. Who plays center? He's not going to be a Meredith. He's going to know next to make what Reese to make, and that is such an important asset for a guy like Linderbaum when you're bringing in a guy like Mendoza, who is going to need that guidance from a center. I believe him and Mendoza are going to have a great relationship. They have to be like this. They have to be on the same page. It was a necessary overpay. Spytek didn't really show his cards that much, leading up to this signing. But he said if he does bring in a young quarterback, he wants to set him up with success. He does not want to fail him. He does not want to get out there and ruin his confidence. So I love the deal. If people say we overpaid him, I don't care. You go get the best. He was the best center coming into this free agency. Now, from Alex, he signed Alex Capleton. Now he overpaid Tyler Linderbaum. Bro, it just shows me people in the nation, you can't make everybody happy, and that's okay because Linderbaum is a Raider, which tells me that Mendoza will be a Raider, and they're going to do whatever is necessary to make sure that the right pieces are around Mendoza.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yes, to my guy Will's point, we did overpay, but this is I don't see it as us spending money. This is honestly, truly an investment. You're investing in your offensive line, and I keep saying time and time again, winning teams invest in their offensive line. That goes without being said. So if you don't invest in your offensive line, guess what the fuck happens? You're gonna have a season like we did last year.
Yep.
And you're gonna end up with a number 1 overall pick. So, hey, could there have been some strategy? Probably not. But that goes to show you offensive lines do make or break your team. So, I think this is a great investment. I knew it. Kind of going into this thing. I've said it before. I'm like, you're going to kind of look at this team spend about $30 million or so. I think it comes out just shy of 30. I think it was like 27 per, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, it's still north of 25. I think his going rate was anywhere between 22 and 23. 25 would have been over as it is. So they went the extra length of 27 just to make sure that we were able to go ahead and pick up the guy that we wanted through this whole offseason. And this goes to say, there's a big difference in between Tyler Linderbaum and JPJ. JPJ is a good center. Let's not get that wrong. But you have a guy who is a Pro Bowl caliber guy who's been doing it for much longer, who's a Remington winner as well. But there's a serious difference as far as him doing it for so long. It's repetitious. It's second nature to him. You need a guy who can, literally be a master at that position or close to it, which is Tyler Linderbaum. That's where you're acquiring the experience, you're acquiring that leadership, and something that kind of GPJ lacks a little bit in the center, but he is an amazing guard. And that's the thing. We drafted this guy as a guard originally. It just happens he got thrown in the mix as center, and he did pretty good at it. He was pretty good at it when his time came. But, again, there's just a big difference. So either way, this boosts up your offensive line, and most likely I wouldn't be surprised if we see JPJ on the left side in between Tyler Linderbaum and Colton Miller. That left side is gonna be sick, bro. You're gonna see literally walls open up, bro. You're gonna see lanes.
Jay, we're talking about Mendoza, bro. We're not even talking about Genty. How Genty will benefit from this?
Yes,
that's what I'm ready for, is to see how this run game looks.
Yes, and the crazy thing is, the other thing is that Linderbaum zone blocking is his specialty. That's what he's known for, So again, it's just going to go hand in hand to what we're going to go ahead and apply in this season coming up. Real quick, shout out to a few of my peeps in the building here. Shout out to the great and powerful Hug D's in the building. What is good, my guy? Appreciate you pulling up. So
I feel like Hug always got to show off those biceps, bro. Like he's always got arms in his profile pic.
The hero of the Raider Nation. Without him, we wouldn't have got rid of that.
That's true.
Of that thing.
Hug, flip everybody off now. If you want someone gone, just send Hug.
Oh man.
There you go. Alex says A+ Harris. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to my guy Leaky in the building, rocking that Spytek chef hat avatar. Georgia boys reunited. Yes, sir. Let's go. Shout out to my guy Raider Ryan, one of my members here at Just Raiders. He says Dean and Walker back together from college. They were both beasts at Georgia. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see here. Armando in the building. He says, I like it. There you go. Sean Johnson says, this reminds me of Rodney Hudson signing huge for that O-line. Yes, sir. Facts. Like he says, I don't care if he's overpaid or not. This is what we needed for a while. This is giving me Hudson 2016 vibes. Yes, sir. You're not wrong, bro. You're not wrong. And I've been saying that for the last like 3-4 years, or leaving longer. Every year I go, none, but without fail, I go to their Instagram, whatever they post, get a fucking offensive line, get somebody in the offensive line. And finally, it has happened. So I'm super pumped about it. Now, we can go on. We're gonna go ahead and talk about Tyler Linderbaum more in just a bit, but we still got more people to talk about, y'all. We ain't done. We ain't done. We ain't done. Let's go on to the next person. Raiders have gone out and acquired Jalen Naylor from the Vikings, a free agent from there, a wide receiver. He was, for this is a very interesting signing. He was with Minnesota, and obviously they have Justin Jefferson and Addison over there, and he's kind of been behind the scenes at wide receiver 3. So this is a very interesting pickup. Obviously the talent is there. So now you kind of beef up that wide receiver room with Naylor there. Let me go with you first, Primos. How do you feel about the signing? What do you think about it? And then how do you see it really kind of bolstering this wide receiver room?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I was like, who? But then I remembered I've seen him some Vikings games. I've seen Naylor come in now when Jefferson and Addison were going through their injuries, and Naylor kind of had to fill in. You've seen some glimpses of what Naylor could be, but because of the talent that is in front of him, he wasn't getting a lot of opportunities. I think this could be a Jacoby Myers type signing, where we bring in a high-end wide receiver 2, possibly. Again, Jalen Naylor has not given the opportunity to start as a wide receiver 2, playing, starting in 17 games. That's why he's coming to the Raiders. He's going to get that opportunity to start on this offense. And it would not be surprising to if Clint had his hand in this signing. Who knows what Clint has some plans for Jalen Naylor. Is he going to be a JSN? I'm not expecting him to be, but I am expecting him to have a role in this offense, and for Clint Kubiak to find ways to get Naylor the football. He's a speedster. He's young. I think we could say that about all these signings, that they're young football players. And with Naylor, he's a young football player that hasn't got a lot of action due to the talent that was in front of him. So it's not saying he doesn't have talent, you guys. His talent just has not been showcased in 17 games. He has not started in a full season. So I'm very interested to see how he plays out. But it's not something that I'm going to be like, oh, man, this is a great signing. I like it. I'm not in love with it because I have to see what he brings to the table come Sundays.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Will, what are your thoughts with the Naylor signing? Signing?
Man, we found our number 1 wide receiver right now. That's what I think. I'd be like, honestly, I'm going to be real. It's an upgrade to the wide receiver room. If you guys look at it right now, tell me who's a starter besides him? Nobody. I'd be like, if you think about it, hey, man, he was a wide receiver that was overshadowed by the first 2 guys on his previous team. I'd be like, Jay Jefferson? Come on, baby. Fucking absolute beast. You got to be a dog to be in that room. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you probably learned a couple things. What I see is this: there's possibility, right? there's a strong possibility of finding our wide receiver number 2 to replace Myers, who we gave to Jacksonville. We need that guy. At the end of the day, was it a big signing? I said the same thing as Primo, man. I was like, who? Who that guy? I said, hey, man, let me do my research. So, you get on your research, you do your thing. And I'm like, hey, man, I see a lot of speed. I see a lot of ability. Now, what this team will have is speed. If you think about it, Trey Tucker, Jalen Naylor, I'd be like, we went from possession guys to guys that can absolute burn. And what I do like about this kid is that he only dropped one ball when he was targeted. So that means that he has sure hands. Let's see what he got. I think it's like you guys said, Kubiak has something in store for him. He saw something and he says, hey, man, my wide receiver room sucks. I'm like, let's be real. We have a bunch of scrubs out there. I need to get Fernando Mendoza something. So here's the little bit of something. And I think they'll also address this thing in the draft, getting other receivers. But we'll see what happens, man. I think this is just the beginning, though, in the wide receiver room.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. I definitely think this is a big boost to this wide receiver room. Right now it really literally consisted of what Jack Best, Trey Tucker, and Dante Thornton. That's it. That's really it. You might have some of the practice squad guys in there. Bachman, I think technically is considered part of that room, but it as far as talent wise, not a whole lot there, right? We know what Trey Tucker can do. He's a field stretcher. That's not, he doesn't run routes like that. That's not really his forte a whole lot. Jack Besh, yet to be seen. We didn't see enough of Jack Besh to really confidently speak on what he can do. We think we have something there, but we don't know as of yet. Dr. Thorne, we know what he is. Same thing. He needs way more work. So with that being said, we really didn't have anybody outside of really Trey Tucker to really be a part of that wide receiver room. So Naylor is a big contribution. I still think we possibly could draft a wide receiver in this upcoming draft with a number 14 pick. We're going to talk about all that in just a bit too. But I think this is a solid signing either way. You can't go wrong. You need another presence there. You need another weapon there. Naylor presents that. I think the guy to go ahead and pair him up with to bring the best out of him is none other than Clint Kubiak. Let's just keep it simple. Let's keep it a beat. That's really what it is. So, I can't wait to see what he brings to the table. But yes, I'm pumped about this one. Real quick, shout out to my guy, Lunatic Raider in the building, Raiders Allegiance. He says it goes beyond filling the center position. It also trickles down to 2-guard spot by Linderbaum, making that spot better with JPJ and possibly Rodgers benefiting from it. 100%, my guy, 100%. And this offseason, this training, when they go to OTAs, mini camp, training camp, when all that starts, we're going to have some battles. We know not it's going to be at the center position so much, but the guard, that right side is going to be interesting. Who's going to go ahead and be the starting guard there? Possibly a tackle battle there between maybe DJ Glaze and Charles Grant. We don't know. We'll see what happens there. So very interesting on what's going to happen with this offensive line. You never know. We might have a few additions that come our way with this draft coming up literally in just over a month, where it's almost here right around the corner too. It's crazy. I was talking about it a couple of weeks ago. Free agency is right around the corner. You guys don't sleep on it. We got a lot of stuff that's coming up, and boom, it's already here, bro. It's already here. It's crazy, crazy work. So I'm excited to kind of see what happens this draft coming up, but we still have more free agency to go. This is just basically the first day of tampering. Literally, free agency kicks off on Wednesday 4 p.m. Eastern, so that's 1 p.m. Pacific for everybody out in the West Coast. For me and my guy Will, that is 2 p.m. at my time. So but yeah, so we might this. I don't think this is gonna be the end of it. I think you never know. We might have some more splashes that could possibly come along down the pipeline. Tonight, even I don't know. I haven't seen anything. I'm looking now. I haven't really seen anything for anybody that has posted anything in regards to us acquiring anybody new out there. We're going to talk about who could we potentially still continue to go ahead and target out there. So we'll go ahead and get into it in just a bit as well. Let's go ahead and move on to the next signing. All right. So Raiders go ahead and sign Ed. Damn, I had his name. I said his name like 20 times.
Kwity Paye.
Kwity Paye.
Kwity Paye. Yeah, Kwity Paye from the Colts. So Raiders signed an edge to go ahead and not replace Max Crosby, but to go ahead and start filling that edge spot back up. How do you guys? What are you guys feeling about this signing? What do you guys think about Kwity Paye coming on to the Raiders? We know that the Colts have a really good defense, and so I think this is a really, really good, solid signing by the Raiders, going out and getting another edge out there as well. I'll go back to you, Primos. How do you feel about the signing for Paye?
I believe this is just getting another body in that room. I mean, look who we let go, earlier in the week. We need to get as many bodies as we can in the edge room. Now, what's interesting to me is he's coming from a 4-3 into a 3-4. So I'm wondering what the plans are for him. If he's going to stay at that edge spot and really just be a run stopper at the edge spot. He did have a season of 8 sacks and back-to-back years in 2023 and 2024, but then he had a decline of 4 sacks this past season. Hoping he's not trending to a decline. But I'm looking, when we're bringing edges here, I'm hoping we can get somewhere both out of Paye. If we can get a pass rush and a run stopper. Again, I know people are like, well, we had that with Max Crosby. Well, I'm not expecting him to be a Max Crosby. I just need him to be serviceable and getting after the quarterback and not allowing any gaps in the run game. I like it. Again, we need an edge. You're not going to just rely on young guys in the draft in your edge room. He's a veteran. But like I said, going from a 4-3 to a 3-4, I'm really interested on see how he performs with Rob Leonard. And this is a test for Rob Leonard. Can he get the best out of Paye? Going defensive line it should be his specialty, right? He's a former defensive line coach. He's the defensive coordinator now. I love this because I want questions to be answered, and that's one of the questions about Rob Leonard for me. What is this defense going to look like? Can he get the best out of this defense? And this is one of the names that I'm definitely going to keep an eye on to see how does he perform under Rob Leonard.
Yeah, for sure. Well, what are your thoughts with Raiders bringing on Paye?
Bro, you want to know the truth? I'm like, come on, man. Hey, we're looking at a former first-round pick, right? But the guy hasn't produced. We are looking at a guy, we paid him $15 million or $16 million on pure potential. Potential. That's what we're looking at. And the guy hasn't produced. I'd be like, what did he have? I think last year's stats were 15 tackles?
Yeah, it was 15 combined, 24 assisted, 4 sacks.
Is that worth $16 million a year? I mean, like, on what planet am I looking for a defensive end with those numbers? So I have a lot of questions when it comes to this signing right here. Mm-hmm. This is where I go and I'm like, dude, what are we overpaying this guy for? Like, literally, like, hey, I can see that you said, oh, well, maybe he was going to be really good because he was a former first rounder. But I'm like, bro, you ain't done shit in 4 years. You've been coached at the NFL level for 4 years, and you haven't found your way about you, right? You haven't done what you're supposed to do. So if you're a former first-round pick and you're being let go, I have a lot of questions, man. And it's just like Primo said. It's not like he comes from a 3-4 system. He comes from a 4-3. And he's not a pass rushing defensive end, because I ain't never heard of a pass rushing defensive end with 4.5 sacks.
That's what worries me. If we're expecting him to get after the quarterback, four sacks is worrisome.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Like, he's a really good run stopper in a 3-4 system. What we need from our defensive ends is actually to be able to take on double teams and hold the edge against the run. So, Primo, you might be right. He might excel at that, and he just might suck at pass rushing. But here's my thing, man. I'm like, we need pass rushers.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are in the toughest. Justin Herbert,
Pat
Mahomes, Bo Nix. I'll be like, come on now, bro. We can't just sit there and be like, oh, we're going to get run stop them and we're just going to blow these teams out. We can get fucked up. So, again, I go and I say, hey, questionable.
Right. Well, yeah, exactly. And that's a question. We don't know how he's going to be utilizing what if he's going to be a rotational piece on certain plays that they want to go ahead and run, and then they're going to go ahead and acquire an actual pass rusher either later on in the next few days or in the draft. That could potentially still happen. There's some good edge rushers that are coming on in this class as well. So it's not super deep, but you could definitely go ahead and pick up some quality and probably the first 4 rounds, right? So that is a question, but we still do need an edge rusher either way. Like that's what I'm saying. And this is my thing, because if Spytek didn't do this move, we're gonna be a little thin in that room, right? Especially now that we don't have Max there. We knew with Max, he's gonna be there consistently almost every snap, 98% of the snaps, 99% of the snaps, he's gonna be on there, right? Now we don't have that anymore. So now Bobby Leonard's got to think about that position a little bit differently now, right? I know that maybe with Max, he didn't fit that 3-4 system all too well, but you still got Max Crosby's consistency on there. So that's the thing that you also want to kind of go ahead and not only kind of try to mirror that. Not, you can't replace that. And that's the thing. It's hard to replace a guy like Max Crosby. Can you? You probably could. But it would probably take you a while, and you would have to go through a lot of dudes until you find your guy that can be as effective or near as effective as him. But you're trying to go ahead and get some talent or get some quality guys in that room for sure. So obviously there's still more free agency to be had, and obviously again the draft is literally right around the corner. Let me go ahead and take some comments again. Appreciate you guys pulling up and rocking with us on this Monday night. If you guys haven't done so, make sure you guys hit the like, hit the subscribe on all the channels you see here. My guy over there too, right? Raider Primo's in the building to my left. Raider Will. Appreciate you guys pulling up Silver and Black Radio Podcast for him. Obviously for me, just Raiders, baby. Make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like, hit the subscribe. It really does go ahead and help support the shows for sure. All right, let me go ahead and take a few comments, and we're going to go on to the next one in just a second as well. Again, let's see here. I went too far back. All right, here we go. All right. He said, shout out to Raider Scorpio. He says, what's next for the Raiders? What do you guys think will be next? The next move for the Raiders? Honestly, bro, we still need some help on the defense. We are getting there, but we can use either another edge, obviously defensive line, nose tackle. We're in that market. We could potentially go out and upgrade certain positions in this offensive line, probably more notably that right tackle position. Will they or will they not go ahead and do that. That is yet to be seen. But for sure, we needed some much needed help in that linebacker room, and we went ahead and just addressed that for sure. So we'll see what happens. I don't think they're done yet. We're gonna see some more signings for sure in the next either maybe late tonight, if not possibly in the next couple of days. Shout out to my guy Hugs. He says Spytek told Mark, "Hold my beer, give me a chick to put my sandwich on her back. I'm fitting to go scorch earth." Shout out to my guy Hugs in the building. What is good? Thank you, my guy. Let's see here. Hey, appreciate you, Michael. Thank you for the subscribe, brother. Salute. He says, if you're a Raider hater, there you go. Ray, hold on, dog. Let me do this thing right.
Raiders.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, and then my guy, salute to you. Let's see here. Raider Scorpio says, I'm excited for the Raiders this season. Now go draft Mendoza. Keep adding to the pieces. Get this team ready to compete for this season. Yo, dog, that word compete.
I don't like it, bro.
I don't like it anymore. Damn it.
Me either.
I still gotta say that word. We can't like not say it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Bro, Pete ruined that word for us.
Yes, exactly. Because we gotta compete. We gotta go out there and compete.
Yeah.
Shout out to Big Luck. He says Dangler is an upgrade to a weak receiver room. Yes, sir. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Shout out to my guy Yaya in the building. What is good, my guy? My guy Darren in the building as well. He says A+ day. Yes, sir. You are right. Right, Ryu Ken. It's a hit on base move. Okay, all right. It's a single with potential to be a home run, and he was talking about I assume maybe pay. Could have been talking about Naylor. I don't know. Let's see here.
Panthers signed Devin Lloyd.
Devin Lloyd. Oh, okay. And I thought, with these two guys that we just signed, I doubt we get Lloyd. And now we know that now Devin Lloyd is going to go to the Panthers. So, hey, it is what it is. It's all good. Let's see here. Bloody says he sounds like he's the best edge we have today. So far at this point, we do. Frank White says, dog, Pay is a baller. Watch his tape. Okay, honestly, I do have to watch his tape. I can't really make a fair assessment yet on him as a football player. So yeah, I got to go ahead and watch some tape, and now I can kind of make a more educated assessment on him. But hey, I'm excited for the signing. So we'll see what happens for sure. Let's see here. Darren says he has potential, and a new team maybe is what he needs. Okay, there you go for sure. Rick says Spytek put his chef's hat on today and cooked. There you go. That's what I'm talking. Hold on, dog. I got to do it. Hey, appreciate you, my guy. Let's see here. Shout out to my guy Troy Gill. He says, "Good evening, gentlemen. What a day, yes, sir. What a day." Man. All right. And everybody's talking about Vega. We're gonna talk about Vega in just a bit. We're gonna talk about the draft as well. So don't go anywhere. Make sure again, hit that like, hit that subscribe on your boy. All right. Let's go on to the next one here. Again, Raiders acquire Jacoby Dean from the Eagles. Jacoby Dean hitting that free agency market. Raiders did not hesitate to go ahead and pounce, upgrading that linebacker room with currently right now that's still in there are the Bergs, and I think that's it. Maybe like another dude, and I think that's it. But this is definitely a much needed addition to this linebacker room. All right. I'm going to go with Will this time. What are your thoughts about the Jacoby Dean signing?
Jacoby Dean is in the building, baby. If this man can maintain his health, right? Let's be real. If he can maintain his health for the Raiders, we got an absolute monster in the middle, baby. I mean, the guy is an absolute wrecking ball. When you look at him, man, the way that he plays, his physicality is going to be such an upgrade to this team. I'd be like, especially for this year. The way that we played linebacker this year, hey, man, it was like, you get a first down. You get a first down. I'll miss a tackle. You miss a tackle. Hey, man, this year, I don't really see that happening with our linebacking crew. I see that these guys are going to be, hold on a second. These guys are going to be strong. We're going to be physical. I'd be like, we are bringing that SEC football mentality to the game. But again, great signing, top 35 free agent. A guy that can come out there and absolutely stomp a mud hole in your running back. A guy that can take on a block and do everything that is required of the position in a 3-4 defense.
Yeah.
So when I look at Jacoby Dean, I see, hey, man, I'm excited. I couldn't ask for a better linebacker, but again, I question his ability to stay healthy. Those are my only things with him, is his ability to stay healthy for a full schedule.
Well, you know what? This is the thing, and you just don't know, right? Could he get re-injured? Yes, possibly. But we also said that about Eric Stokes. This was, at least for me, a concern last year going into the season about getting a guy like Eric Stokes, and he stayed healthy and he played really, really solid. We're going to talk about Eric Stokes in just a bit too, but I think with this one, you have to go ahead and take a flyer on this guy. To go ahead and really help bolster up that linebacker room. Again, I don't think we're going to make it with just having the Bergs back there and, maybe keeping one other guy. Like we the people said, Devin White with Dean. That's if we even keep Devin White.
Yeah.
I don't see him sticking around. But, yeah, I think I like the signing. I think this is a really good signing. I get the concerns, but I think we'll be good. I don't think this is the end of it with Nakobe Dean. I still think that we're going to go ahead and get a lot more guys coming into that linebacker room. There's going to be a really, really solid linebacker room, especially this 3-4 for sure. For sure. Primos, what do you think about the Dean signing?
Me and Will are on the same page of the injury concerns, but I'm going to bring up, just to try to ease the nation. I'm not trying to sell you guys on him. I'm just trying to ease you guys. Yes, it's an injury concern because he dealt with the Liz Frank foot injury in 2023, which caused him to only miss. I believe he missed most of the season. He only played in 5 games that year. And then in the 2024-2025 postseason, he suffered a patellar tendon tear in the wild card round in 2025. And then the 2025 season, he missed the first 5 games due to a previous knee injury. And then he sat out week 17 and 18 with a hamstring injury. But he's 25 years old, guys, and Spytek is only paying him $12 million average. The deal works good. Like, you're not paying him a lot of money, and outside of the injury concerns, it's not like he's a bad football player. So I agree with Will. If he can stay healthy and he could be like that Eric Stokes of this year, where not only is he healthy, but he's actually playing some really good football. And Will, you hit it on the button. Physicality, though. Like when I turn on the tape for Nakobe Dean, he makes you feel his tackles. Like if I'm a running back, I'm questioning if I want to run up the middle, bro. Like if I see 17 out there about to line me up, I'm gonna take a seat, bro. Like so one thing I see so far from these signings is physical. Like Spytek, Rob Leonard, they want to build a physical defense. That's what I'm getting out of it. Just by the Dean signing, and then of course we'll get on to the other signings. They want to be a physical defense. Not just tackling well, but making you feel this Raiders defense.
Yeah. And I like that, bro. I mean, I'm all about. I want our defense to be physical. I want our defense to be in your face. I want them to be that that scary fucking defense that dudes are gonna fucking think twice about, you know. And hey, we take a few penalties here and there. It's okay, bro. Like sometimes it's worth it, dog. Sometimes certain penalties are worth it to be like, you know what, we're here, bro. We're gonna fuck your shit up. Like you gotta think twice.
Yeah. And we learned that. And I think we all grew up. If we all grew up playing sports, mental. Whether it's baseball, basketball, football.
What's up,
if you can win in the mental game, you already won the game.
Yeah,
exactly. 100%.
Hey, Jay, I love what you said too, bro. You're absolutely right, bro. There's some times where you have to go out there and get a penalty to set the tone for the motherfucking game.
Yep.
And I'd be like, as a defensive coordinator, man, I've done that before where I go to my guy and I'm like, look, man, I understand you might get a penalty, but I need you to set the fucking tone right fucking now. Yeah. And I mean, like, you know, the physicality and what it's going to bring. Now, again, that's what I'm saying with the physical player, with the guy that brings that type of physicality. Primo, we both said it. You need to be available. Availability is the biggest thing that you have to have when you're a physical player. Because if you're not available, you ain't physical.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm hoping he'll be healthy. I'm hoping he'll be healthy, man.
You got to just be smart with the penalty that you'll take. Hey, one is okay.
I wouldn't mind.
Don't get excessive now.
Yeah.
Hey, again, you just gotta just say tone a little bit. It's all right. It's all right.
They're gonna call a 15-yard penalty for you breathing on Mahomes, man. Just it doesn't hurt to slam him on the back a little bit.
You don't have to fuck these. You don't have to like kill these guys. Just little face mask to let them know you're there. You know, just 15, like look, bro, I'm gonna fuck your shit up, dog.
Hey,
I don't know about 15. I may want to kill 15.
on that, Primo, like, what's the difference, bro? If I'm gonna get 15 for breathing on you, I might as well fucking bring the hammer out and fucking tear your fucking head off. Get 15.
Bro, I don't know if y'all.
You don't want to get injected either, bro.
Him basically trying to line that corner up, and that corner, like of Mahomes baiting that corner, and then he just lined that corner up and trucked him. I'm like, see, I don't like that, bro, because you're trying to take advantage of the rules. I'm like, no, if I'm gonna get penalized, to Will said, I'm gonna F you up.
Yeah, stand on business, bro.
It's okay, bro. You can cuss on the show. It's a filter show.
It's unfiltered. I forgot.
It's unfiltered. You can say.
I'm so used to the family shows, bro.
Right. I mean, you know, we're getting, you know, later in the night, so it's okay.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, you know, it's an unfiltered show. So hey,
it should be a sleep.
Parental warning. Parental warning, y'all. But let me give you the particulars on the Dean deal. It's a 3-year, $36 million deal. 20 guaranteed. So there you have it. I think it's a good sign. A good investment again for that linebacker room. And we're probably going to go ahead and fill that up with some more talent coming up, either in this free agency and or the draft. And I'm not surprised that they're going to go aggressive in the draft as well. And we're going to talk about that in just a bit. Let's go to the next one here. Let's see here. Come on. It doesn't want to pull up. Damn. Hold on. All right. There we go. All right. So Raiders go ahead and sign Packers linebacker Quay Walker to the Raiders on a 3-year, $40.5 million deal, $28 million guaranteed per Adam Schefter earlier today. When I saw him hit free agency, I was like, oh my God, let there be a moment where we go ahead and fuck around and get this dude. And sure enough, we went ahead and did exactly that today. Man, oh man, this is a really, really solid move. I'm very happy about this. I would go out and get Quay Walker to go ahead and add to that linebacker room. Again, like Primo said, we're just getting to that big physical defense. I like it. I'm liking what Robbie Leonard is trying to go ahead and implement here, especially in that linebacker room. It's going to go ahead. Trust me, y'all are going to see it. Yes, it looks like we're going to be more like really run stoppers, but don't be surprised. I'm pretty sure Robbie's going to have some shit up his sleeve. And again, running that 3-4, we're going to have different looks, different schemes that are going to be dialed up. on the defensive side of the ball. But Primos, what is your take on the Quay Walker signing?
Almost the same. It's almost the same as the Nakobe Dean's deal. A little bit, cheaper than him. Same age. Quay will be 26, I think, in 2 months. He did have a down year, at least when it came to coverage. So I think that's why a lot of people are saying it looks like we're going to be a run stopper, because he did have high tackle totals. But coming from PFF, it was generally disappointing for him. He had a 48.5 overall grade, ranked 74th amongst 88 linebackers, a 44.9 coverage grade. He did have a 54.5 run defense grade. But again, he's teaming up with this guy, Nakobe Dean, from their days in Georgia. He is physical. Turning the tape on, another guy that's physical. Like, another guy that when it comes to stopping the run, he's going to make you feel him. And what I love from Dean and Walker, when you do turn on that film, they attack the football. Now, I know he had a disappointing year.
Hold on, Primo. I'm gonna stop you there real quick. Hold on. Yay. It's not super exciting news, but I still got to go ahead and put it up there. Raiders go ahead and acquire a new kicker, Matt Gay, per Tom Pelissero. This just broke probably a few minutes ago. Raiders are moving. It looks like they're moving on from Daniel Carlson. They go out and sign veteran kicker Matt Gay. He was with the Commanders last year. So crazy move. Not really the whole like breaking news that I was kind of hoping for. We signed a new kicker, but hey, we to be honest with you guys, we kind of suspect that this could probably happen. There were questions in regards to Daniel Carlson's consistency in making field goals, especially last season, where some games could have been won if certain field goals were made. How are you guys feeling about this? Literally just dropped. I'll start with you, Bill. Or
go ahead,
wants to go first. Sorry.
Well, go ahead, Primo. Go ahead, baby.
Go ahead, Primo.
His missed field goals came at bad times. It's not even just the fact that he missed field goals; they were coming at the most possibly the worst time ever. And this doesn't even just date to last season. This has been a trend for Carlson's career that when he's on, he's on. He can make them, but when he is off, you don't know whether it's a PAT or a 50-yarder. Is he going to make it or is he going to miss it? And he could bang in a 58-yarder and then a 27-yarder, he'll miss it. I think Spytek seen that the writing's on the wall, and special teams is important. Every point's going to matter. Your kicker matters. Is Matt Gay an upgrade? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he's an upgrade, but I don't know if he's good or not. I'm gonna have to do some research on that to see how his field goal percentage was in the past few years. But yeah, I'm not surprised that they're gonna move on from Carlson. We're thinking about potentially building a playoff team here. It shows me that Spytek knows that special teams is an important third. It often gets overlooked because people think about offense and defense. But special teams matters. And I do believe last year showed Spytek how much we needed a kicker because, again, Carlson was just too inconsistent. And I believe Spytek, he's like, I'm not going to take a chance on that. I'm going to see what Matt Gay has. Matt Gay was with the Rams when they won a Super Bowl. If he's consistent and he makes more than he misses, and, again, not coming at bad times, because, like, Carlson's misses, like, it will suck the energy. Like, just when you think the Raiders got the momentum, Carlson will just rip that out with the missed PAT. And
right, yeah,
like you said, there was games that we possibly could have won had he not missed a field goal or missed a PAT. You don't want your kicker hurting you. If it's not your offense and defense hurting you, the last thing you want is your kicker hurting you. So I'm not surprised by this move.
Right, for sure. Well, what are your thoughts about us moving on from Carlson picking up Matt Gay?
Hit me up with the sad song, bro. Hit me up with the sad song. I'm ready.
Let me
need
see if I
sad song.
have a sad. But you know what?
A rainy day song. Sure, but I'll start with that. Oh, Carlson, how I will miss you and how much I loved you. When you were Cash Money Carlson, but now that you keep missing field goals, you will now be catching a beat. So today is a new day for Raider Nation with the new kicker to sway in the new way for Mendoza. And that's what had to be done.
There you go.
Have a moment of silence.
Yes. To Cash. Hey, sorry, Daniel Carson. I'm gonna have to strip you of that Cash Money nickname now. I'm gonna go ahead and anoint John Spytek with the cat. He is no longer known as Coupon John. He is now Cash Money Spy. There you go. Cash Money Spy.
Cash Money Spy. Big Don John. Cash Money Spy. We got it all, baby.
Everything. There you go. But again, hey, it is what it is. And like I said, there were some games that we could have won. Literally. If Daniel Carlson would have had made some field goals, even the year prior to, there were some games that were kind of on the line, could have been decided by a field goal. So, I like Daniel Carlson, but hey, it is what it is. We got to move on. So, here we are now. But going back to Quay Walker, again, I think I'm sorry I had to interrupt you, Primo.
Oh, it's okay. It's all good.
Yeah. Go back to your thoughts on us picking up Quay Walker.
I was just saying that, he's 25 years old, just like Nakobe Dean, pairing up with his guy, their days back from their Georgia days. From when just a little film that I've watched, there wasn't a lot of coverage, that they put in there just for the highlights, at least that I've seen, just to get an idea of what type of linebacker we're getting. So what I'm assuming based off his film work is that we're getting a guy that can stop the run. He can move downfield. Coverage wise, he had a down year. So I'm wondering how is he going to fit in that aspect? Because that's one thing about our linebacker room that we know, they struggle at covering anything that moves on the football field. They can't cover. So I don't want to get another linebacker here in Quay Walker that cannot cover downfield, but he's he can stop the run. I need you to do both, especially now that we're running 3-4. We are depending on that linebacker room to hold that defense together and play both sides of the football, stopping the run or both sides of the defense, stopping the run while also being able to cover downfield. And again, we got to see what division we are in. We're in a division with Mahomes. We're in a division with Herbert, with Knicks. Outside of Knicks, I mean, even though Denver, they're very inconsistent on how they call their games, but there's times they have Knicks sling the football out there. And Herbert and Mahomes, we know what they love to sling the football. And where do they love to attack? In the middle of the football field. And that's been really I know PG is not here, but the unit that's getting hurt out there is the linebacker room. So hopefully Quay Walker, he doesn't bring his last season into this season, and again, different regime. So it's gonna be interesting to see how Rob Leonard utilizes not just Quay Walker but Nakobe Dean together. They are both very, very good linebackers. But when it comes to coverage, that's where we're gonna have some question marks, and it's all. I have to put it out there on tape. I'm not going to say they're going to be good. I'm not going to say they're going to be bad. All I can say is they got to put it out there on tape.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I'm going to go ahead and bring up this one. This didn't happen today. This happened over the weekend. I did mention him on Friday when we went ahead and moved on from Max Crosby. I talked about a little bit about the free agents that were out there. I did mention Tyron Johnson's name out there as bringing a corner, and we went ahead and traded for him. Raiders go out and trade for Bills corner Tyron Johnson from the Bills. Literally pick swap. We send our 6th round pick. They give us our 7th and Johnson. And I haven't had a chance to look at a whole lot of film, but I do know that this is. I'm not mad at this pickup. This is a pretty solid pickup. Hang on one second. I got some stuff for you guys. Let's see here. Okay, here we are. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up in just a second. We'll do a little bit of a film review. This was sent by one of the guys in my group chat from the Red Connection. I think Nate sent me this one. We'll talk about it in just a second. But I think this is a solid pickup by the Raiders. We do need some help, especially in that nickel position. I was screaming from the top of my lungs last year, and I went on Pete's deaf ears. He felt that we can go ahead and manage with what's his name?
Darnay Holmes.
Darnay Holmes.
Yeah.
Darnay Holmes.
Go.
Trust in our Darnay. Not trust. But we went ahead and actually got an actual nickel this time, a guy who can actually play that position. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up. Shout out to Matty Dubs. He did a little bit of a film breakdown on Johnson. And I'm going to go ahead and play it for you guys so you guys can go ahead and just kind of take a look. Make sure you guys go ahead and head on over, give him a follow as well. But this is kind of his take on Johnson's play.
Johnson, but who is he and what is he at?
Taron Johnson is one of the best players in the league, and he's one of the most underrated players in the league, I think, for whatever reason. But he can play a box linebacker and stop the run, and he can cover guys.
For me, one of the things that makes him so valuable as a player, especially that plays in the nickel or the slot, is his ability to tackle. So on this play, you're going to see Jerry Jeudy running this kind of shallow cross. They're going to get up the sideline here, and they're going to try to get like this dig route over the middle. But ultimately, Shedeur Sanders reads man. It is zone, so he ends up taking what the defense gives him pretty early here. And look at Taron Johnson just be able to make a play in space, right? They end up maybe getting back to the line of scrimmage. But his ability to tackle is going to really help, maybe even move Jeremy Chin into a Nick and Worry type of role for this Raiders defense. This is the perfect example of what he can do in coverage. So take a look at this play. We're actually going to be in this crazy Tampa 2 look where both of our guys that are showing tight are going to drop back into halves. This guy's going to bite up into a mid-read. He's going to get out into a curl. We're going to drop this guy into a curl. Then you got your flats to the outside. Now, essentially, the route concept, what they're doing is they're going to send this guy up the seam, which is really good versus Tampa 2. And then they're going to send this guy up the right sideline, which is really good versus a Tampa 2 defense. But watch Taron Johnson, who's playing the deep half to the boundary or to the field side, I should say. As he drops back, he gets put in a situation where he now has to cover this guy up the seam and then this guy getting up the right sideline. So again, he's got to guard pretty much 2 guys in one. So as he gets up the sideline, Aaron Rodgers looks to the seam and ends up throwing it to the outside. Look at him. He has to reposition, turn completely around, and he ends up going over and making a crazy diving interception versus Aaron Rodgers. No wonder why this dude thought.
All right. So just wanted to go ahead and kind of show you guys a little bit from that little film breakdown on Johnson. What are you guys' thoughts on us going out and trading for him? I'll start with you, Will. What are your thoughts?
Another guy, man, that we're taking a shot on. Another guy that is injury prone. Another guy that is coming up and saying, hey, can we get maximum value? When you trade for a 6th and 7th round pick and you get this guy, it's a great move. I'd be like, I don't give a fuck that we're paying him $8 million this year for the potential that he can be, right? That's what we're looking at. A guy right now, that was a coupon John move. That wasn't a big money John move. That was a coupon John move, right? Because you got to fill your team up with not only just stars and top premium guys, but you got to mix it up, especially now, man. Have you been to the fucking grocery store? You come out with $500 and it's like one bag. You come out with one bag now.
Gotta mix it up.
So, Johnny Spytek said, hey, man, I got money, but this guy, I can get maximum value trading a 6 for a 7. I'm only going to give him $8 million this year. He has great versatility. And if he stays healthy, it's another win. Now my question is, what do you do with Jeremy Chin? Jeremy Chin last year, they said the same things about him. Oh, a guy that can tackle, a guy that can play the nickel, a guy that can cover. So are we done with the Jeremy Chin experiment? Or are we saying, hey, let's just add this guy into the nickel and allow Jeremy Chin to play the strong safety?
I think for Jeremy Chin, I think he was pushed into the nickel position because, again, you have to fucking try to rely your defense, your nickel position on Darnay Holmes. But they ain't no much room there, bro. So now you go out and you actually get a nickel guy. So somebody who's going to be dedicated to be there primarily. I don't know his injury history. If you're saying that he's had some injury prone, or he's injury prone, or he has quite a bit of injuries, prior, then hey, it is what it is. You're not going to hit it out of the ballpark every time, and this is the one thing that we have to understand as well. That not every signing is going to be a home run. We have to curb our expectations with that, but we're addressing the positions that we really need to address. And I do like this. And looking at the game field, like you said, there is potential there. If he stays healthy, we might get the maximum value. And guess what? We've done that before in the past. This is even before Spytek came around. We brought K'Lavon Chase on. We were talking about him earlier. We brought him on. Prior regime, prior GM, he brought him on. A guy who was bouncing around from team to team, hooked up with Robbie Leonard, refound his career, a resurgence in his career. This guy literally played in the Super Bowl 2 months ago. So you just never know where we can go ahead and hit. You never know the diamonds in the rough that you may find. I like this move. And plus, we really didn't lose a whole lot. We swapped picks. We didn't lose any draft capital. 6th and 7th at that point, it's really not too much different. It's all depending how you're gonna go ahead and draft. But a 7th round pick is not gonna do a whole lot for you. It's not gonna move the needle for you. You're literally bringing on project guys or guys for depth at that point.
How dare you talk about Brock Purdy like that? How dare you?
What has he done for the Niners lately? My sister heard me say that shit. She'd be like, "Fuck you." But pretty much, how do you feel about the Johnson?
I think the only thing that concerns me is those injuries. And when we're talking about injuries, I actually got it up. It's not lengthy like Nicole, I think it was Nicole Dean that I brought up. It's just been in recent memory. He's missed 4 games in 2019 with a hamstring, 4 games in 2024 with a forearm, and 3 to 4 games in 2025 with a groin. But it has been said throughout the Buffalo Bills fan base that when he is available, he is one of those standout nickel corners out there on that defense. So that's the only concern that I have with Taron Johnson is, can he be available? And we're paying him $8 million, swapping picks 6 for 7. And the only thing you're concerned is, can you stay healthy? Spytek, I believe, knocked it out the park with this trade, because if you want to move on from him, you can, and it doesn't hurt you. You don't lose anything. So it's a win-win, because if he is available and he's like Eric Stokes of last year, we keep pointing out to him because I was something concerned with Stokes. If he's available and he goes out there and has a really good season, you may see Spytek have to consider of giving him an extension. But he's here for 2 years, so you can live with those 2 years. And if you want to keep him after 2027, you can. If you don't, you can move off from him, and it doesn't hurt you. He is going to be 30 this year in July, so that I don't think they would re-sign him if they want to. I think they can probably try to get some other younger talent there, but he's serviceable for the next 2 years. Because this season, what this offseason was about was addressing needs and filling in positions. We said it many, many times before free agency. this defense needs a lot of help. A lot of positions need to get filled. And nickel corner, by far, outside of getting Stokes back and Darian Porter, that nickel corner had to be addressed. And getting a Terrion Johnson, I don't know anybody better that will fill that role for the value that we're paying him for. And so I think this is a home run for Spytek and company. I like the move. It's a win-win situation for the Raiders.
Yeah, I think so too. Obviously, we'll find out. In a few months when the season starts, for sure. But like I said, I feel that we went ahead and addressed a position that we were lacking on, and we were lacking on bringing on a corner. And I'm glad that we actually went ahead and did that. We're going to go ahead and continue on. We have more stuff to go ahead and talk about. Do not go anywhere. Again, appreciate you guys pulling up. We have almost 100 in the building. Again, if you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe on all the channels you see here. Again, to my left, Southern Black Radio Podcast, my guy Raider Will. To my right, Raider Primos. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, all my fellas over here. Appreciate you guys tapping in on this free agency Monday special edition of Raiders Unfiltered. All right. Let me go ahead and continue on here. We're going to go on to, we had some re-signings. So we had some re-signings, and I'm going to go ahead and pull this one up. And I think this one, I think a lot of people were really looking forward to this. Not all, you have some naysayers, right? But Raiders went ahead and extended Eric Stokes to a $30 million deal per Ian Rappaport. Earlier today, the Raiders went ahead and signed him to a $30 million deal. $20 million of that is guaranteed. So he is going to continue on being a Raider. He'll be back in the silver and black. Again, how do you guys feeling about us bringing back Eric Stokes? Your thoughts? Primos, I'll let you go first.
He had 46 solo tackles, only 28 receptions allowed. You didn't hear much out of Eric Stokes this season, and that's a good thing. If you're a corner, you don't want your name to be, unless you're getting interceptions and forced fumbles, you don't really want your name thrown out there for the wrong reasons. Now, again, he was playing on a bad defense, so there's that. There's times he was giving up yards, but outside of that, he was probably one of the bright spots in that corner room in the defense. And again, we talk about stability and continuity. It's not, you're not going to fill positions by just going into the draft or free agents. We talked about it. You got to bring some of these guys back. And this is a guy in Eric Stokes that has shown that he not only wanted to come back, but he is already in the gym, getting ready for the offseason, getting ready for the regular season. He's putting in that work to get better. And again, the concern with him was, can he be available? Well, he only missed, I believe, was it one game last season?
I think so, yeah.
If he can continue that trend, I'm excited to see what Eric Stokes can bring to the table and pair him up with Darian Porter. I think you would have a nice cornerback room there. But again, we talk about availability. I think that is the theme of this offseason is we're getting a lot of guys that, can you guys be available to us come week one, come the entire regular season?
100% agree. Well, what are your thoughts about us bringing back Eric Stokes?
Yeah.
Wow, you've been like really
cool.
like melancholy today, bro.
I mean, like, it's cool. I mean, like, yo,
calm down, Leo.
No. Hey, let's be real. Hey, are you just on the Walker thing? I'll tell you like this, man. On the Walker thing, because I didn't get a chance though. I'll be like this. Johnny Spytek was doing this. Hey, DJ, hit me with that beat. Hey, he hit that shit up, bro. Brought that other linebacker, right? But with Stokes, I'm here. What I'm seeing is a guy that came in. He did his job. He was efficient, but it doesn't really like wow me, you know? It doesn't really bring me to say, oh, man, that guy's a number one corner. He's going to shut down everyone. bro, it's an efficient guy that came in here. He did his job. He did what Johnny Spytek wanted him to do, and now he's receiving his dues. But on any other defense, is he a number one corner? On like you think about it,
he's not. Are you? What do you think he could be expecting Darian Porter to possibly take that next step? But that's a lot to ask too. So
yeah, and that's where I go and I say, all right, we got a corner, which in my opinion,
we got a solid corner. I don't think my corner should be super. I mean, that'd be great.
No, but I'll be like,
right now at this point, I'll take some dude who's solid, who I know can go ahead.
He's a number 2 in my opinion, bro. He's a number 2 corner,
but he can get the job done, and I'm good with that. Do I think they're done? I don't think they're done. But I'm bringing back a familiar face. I am comfortable with.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. But like I said, I'm just not wowed by it, Jay. It's like this, man. Hey, bro. I'm just saying.
I forgot. I'm talking to the Scarface, the man himself. He needs to be.
I need to be wowed, homie. I need to be wooed. I mean, like, hey, when you bring the Kobe Dean, I mean, like, you was wooing me. You know, I mean, like, but at the same time, hey, Jay, I'm just gonna tell you like this: if I go out there and I see Stokes lined up over the number 1 receiver, I'm concerned. I'm like, if I see him lined up over the number 2, that means we solved that problem at corner. We need that.
You might have some help, dog. You never know. They might run some shit.
Hey, Papi. Look. Hey, Papi.
Hey, Papi.
Hey, Papi. Look at here. You're talking to Tony, okay? We need that killer defense, okay? We need that guy. You put him out there on the island, and he go out there, and I say, take care of business, and he take care of business, Bato.
Hey, Chico.
All right?
You know, you're talking to the guy, Professor Will, okay? I was playing ball with your and your mama's Teddy, okay?
I was playing ball, boy. Hey, I was playing ball, boy, when you was in your daddy's nutsack.
Oh man! Look. Oh man! Well, also it is. I'm cool with it. I'm 100% cool with it. I'm glad they brought him back. I definitely want to go ahead and can't wait to see him what he does in year 2, for sure. So, but Eric Stokes coming back for sure. I think it's a win. I think it's a win. Now, I want to. Hey, look, I know you got to run, Primo. So I'm all.
No, you're good.
I want to move to this one, dog.
All right,
and because we were talking about it in our group chat. We talked about it a little bit backstage before we went on, and I want to go ahead and bring it up to everybody because I also want to get everybody's opinion on it. Everybody in the chat again. You guys let us know what you guys think about all these signings, about the Eric Stokes being re-signed back to the Raiders. Let us know in the chat if you guys are hitting us up back on the replay. Let us know in the comment section of our channels. What do you guys think about all these signs, the re-sign of Eric Stokes? But I'm going to go ahead and put this one up as well. Raiders re-sign edge Malcolm Kuntz again to another 1-year deal, $11 million. Again, Malcolm Kuntz, still a Raider. I said this, hey, this could happen. We can potentially bring back Malcolm Kuntz, and if it does, with Max Crosby gone, I am not mad about it. Am I ecstatic about it? No, I'm not. And this is a thing that I want to go ahead and open this conversation on. The price tag. And I had some conversations or debates about it, whatever you want to call it. The price tag. For me, I feel that this is a little bit of an overpay. I feel that his production value is not worth $11 million. I feel to me it's under $10 million mark. I said this on. I don't know if I said this on Friday, but I said this last week or prior shows. If we bring back Malcolm Kuntz, it has to be under a $10 million contract, anywhere in between there. for me is cool. I'm good with that. They went over 11, whatever, a million to million, okay. But nonetheless, it just represents the type of play that he's done. But I get it. Again, you know, Max Crosby does leave a void. So now it's us trying to go ahead and really shore up that edge room. I'll go with Primos because I know he has to run. How do you feel about Malcolm Coons coming back as a Raider?
So the signing, love it, because just like what we said about Kwity Paye, we need bodies at the edge room. Now that Max Crosby is gone, you need to fill up that edge room with as many bodies as you can. And we talked about that you need you're gonna re-sign some of your guys. Now, the price tag, $11 million. I was looking at bringing Coons back 7, maybe 8 mil because of the production that he had last season. And yeah, you can blame it on the coaching staff, but this is a guy that, let's not forget, at one point had 8 sacks in 9 games in 2023 before his knee injury. Now, is it him because he's trying to recover from this knee injury? Who knows? But all I'm saying is he has not proved. You already paid him what, $12 million the first time? He didn't live up to that $12 million. And now, yeah, it's a $1 million short, but still, he hasn't earned $11 million. Like, he needs to go out there and earn that price tag. And $11 million, even though I know some people have said it's a cheap deal comparing to all the edge rushers in the NFL, I'm looking at it. Most guys haven't even got paid yet. Trayvon Walker, Will Anderson Jr., that are making under what Malcolm Coons will earn this year. So, yeah, you can say it's a cheap deal, but has Malcolm Coons earned that $11 million? No, he hasn't. I would have loved a 1 year, like a true 1 year prove a deal, a 1 year, $7 million. If you ball out, we'll give you a raise in that. If you don't, we're going to kick you. Hey, see, go test free agency. Maybe somebody else will give you the bag, but $11 million, what this tells me, he better go out there and have a really, really good season.
Yeah. 100%. Well, what are your thoughts about Malcolm Coons coming back?
That's what I fucking think about re-signing Malcolm Coons for $11 million. I'm going to tell you right now, bro, that is straight cheeks. How are we paying $11 million for a guy that came in here and underperformed? I'm tired of paying guys on potential. This is the thing, right? We see potential. Oh, yeah, he's going to be good now because he's 2 years off this injury. Well, what happened all of last year? Because I didn't see your numbers. And now we're going to come and Spytek is rewarding him with $11 million? Come on, man. You know what, Coupon John, what you need to be doing right now with this man is going,
I got a discount for Malcolm Coons on aisle 6. Please take him because we got the trash and we got to take it out.
And that's honestly what it is, man. Malcolm Coons is just a body. When we're talking about a body for $11 million, it's ridiculous, guys. The guys that we could have found, Arden Key got paid $10 million a year to go to fucking the Titans. And he had more production than Malcolm Coons. So at the end of the day, when I go and I say, man, Malcolm Coons gets re-signed, it's not that I don't like the talent. Could be talented, could pop off. But for $11 million after already taking him on this was supposed to be his prove-it year.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't prove it. So I thought he was going to be out.
Yeah. So what are you going to do? Oh, hey, man, let me give you another chance. Oh, you didn't do it last year, so you're going to do it this year. Come on, man. That's what it is.
Well, you know what? I personally didn't think that Max Crosby was going to be traded. So now we're in a little bit of more of a predicament where we have to go ahead and rely on my boy over here, fucking Tyree Wilson, who made the fucking, because I didn't have nobody else, who made the fucking Just Raiders intro. Got this notice. I had to like promote the dude, and you're left a little bit like, a little bit hat in hand almost. because you went ahead and traded away Max Crosby for 2 firsts. This is okay, cool, all right. But now when you go up to Malcolm Kuntz, and he's like, look, bro, you want to come back? We know we can't pay you a whole lot. Guess what he said?
Pay me. Fuck you, pay me.
That's what he said, bro.
The thing is with Malcolm though is that like Will say, you're paying him $11 million coming off of 30 total tackles, 14 solo, 16 assisted, 4.5 sacks, 1 fumble recovery. That's it.
Primo, how much did you just say for what? How much is it for
$11 million? The production that he had last season, we rewarded him $11 million for having 30 total tackles, 14 solo tackles, which ranks 150 plus out of the defensive ends, 16 assisted tackles, 4.5 sacks, which is tied for 79th in the league amongst defensive ends, and 1 forced fumble, which is tied for 67th among defensive ends. I get it, it's a 1-year deal, but $11 million, that's just for that production.
Primo,
that's overpaid.
You know what you just told me? Right now, with the 2 defensive ends that we just signed, one of them, it was 3 years, $48 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's $16 million a year.
Yeah.
We just paid $27 million to 2 defensive ends with less than 9 sacks and fucking 60 tackles combined. $27 million for 2 defensive ends that are bums.
Hold on.
Jay's like, stop talking about my guy like that.
Oh, he ain't my guy, but I'm gonna throw this.
Oh,
I'm trying. I'm not disagreeing with Will at all. I'm thinking like, what possessed him to make that deal, right?
Yeah.
I'm like,
okay.
Could they have felt that Robbie Leonard's like, oh, I can fix it, I can make these guys better. I didn't have that opportunity when Pete was here. That's why they had that's why they had the year that they had, because I had remember, Robbie's 3rd down the poll. It's Pete, then it was PG, and then it was him. So I'm thinking like, now that Robbie's actually in control, he's running the whole goddamn defense. Could he be like, you know what? I want to bring these guys back because I know what they can do. We've seen what Malcolm can do. He got injured, okay, but I know what he can do. I know what Eric Stokes can do. We bring in an actual guy who can work with the corners and make these guys better. They know how to run shit. We're gonna run something. They know how to work, or we're gonna run little things that kind of be similar, so they kind of know their way around certain things, right? Could that? Do you guys think that could have been part of the decision-making process? We're bringing back like Kuntz and Stokes.
I think for me, bringing them back wasn't even the issue. But actually, no, I agree. You got to have some familiarity, especially for Rob Leonard. You don't want to bring in a bunch of new guys that he can't, that is like, I have no connection with. I don't know what their strength, what their weaknesses is. We talked about that with PG. Put these guys in positions that's their strengths. So to your point, Jay, yeah, maybe he's like, hey, bring Kuntz back. I know what his strengths are. PG didn't really utilize his strengths. Pete Carroll didn't really utilize his strengths, but I could get those strengths out of him. I think for me, when it comes to the Kuntz, it's the deal that Spytek signed him to. I'm not upset bringing him back. I'm upset at the deal that he got, $11 million to him. Now, if he goes out there and earns it, that's what it's going to come down to. He has to go out there and earn that $11 million. I'm expecting. I don't want, shout out to Ant. He says, could he be a rotational piece with Tyree? I don't want to see Kuntz as a rotational piece, because $11 million, you are not paying him to be a rotational piece. No. You are paying him to be a starter on that defense. And I need starting stats. I that 4.5 sacks, 16 tackles, to Will's point, and same thing for Kwity Paye. You're not getting paid for 4.5 sacks. You're not getting paid for 16 total or 30 total tackles. You are getting paid to at least, we're not asking for Max Crosby numbers, but you got to at least hit 8 sacks, 10 sacks, right. At least that. I need that from you. And if we could get that from Malcolm Kuntz, I will look at this deal and be like, you know what, Malcolm, you shut me up. At the end of the day, I want to be shut up.
Yeah.
Malcolm, show me you deserve that 11 million, because right now, as a fan, and based off what you did last year, you did not earn that $11 million.
Let him know, Primo. Let him know.
Yes, exactly. Talk, man. Yeah, you're right, bro. We do need to see something. That's just a little thing I wanted to go ahead and throw out into the universe. Like, you know, one of those questions. Like, do you think Robbie was like accepting, like, I can work with these guys, I can make these guys better than.
And you don't want to set them up for failure either.
Yeah, and here's the thing.
Like
that's exactly what Primo just said. Because right now, Robbie Leonard has been set up for failure because he doesn't have anyone. He just lost his biggest weapon, right?
Yeah.
And right now he feels like he has a knife and he's taking it to a gunfight.
Yep.
Bro, who do you got? Oh, I ain't got nobody.
You got to bring somebody back.
Exactly. So what do? You say, hey, man, Malcolm had a great start with you. What do you think you can do? And Jason Downs just is in the chat, and he said something that's absolutely truthful. When you look at Malcolm Kuntz as a stand-up outside linebacker, his body type is totally perfect for him in his gameplay, right? Because his gameplay is that style of an outside linebacker. And if you use him as a true defensive end, he struggles with his hand in the dirt. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, maybe he said, yeah, but at $11 fucking million, come on, man. That's where I go and I say, dude, I thought we were out there trying to maximize these bucks. You know, we're saying we don't want to pay certain guys, and certain guys are making too much money, but they're producing. And then you go and you say, hey, Malcolm Kuntz, you didn't produce, but we're going to reward you. And that right there, that worries me. Because I don't like rewarding players that didn't earn their shit. Like, if you earn it, pay them. Like, it's like this. Fuck you, pay me, right? Like, hey, if you get that money, bro, if you out there working, hey, fuck you, pay me. Let's make my money. Let me get paid. I'm all about that shit. Yeah. Yeah, bro. I like that swag. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm looking at it, and he can't have that type of swag. With the numbers we just said, bro, tell me what defensive end is going to sign an $11 million contract besides us, because right now we're desperate. You know, we need those players. We need that depth. We need guys that can give us some sort of hope at that position, because we ain't got no pass rush.
Yeah.
So that's what we're hoping from Kuntz. We're hoping that from Kuntz is really pass rush.
But absolutely, because we don't got none, Primo, and you know it, and I know it, and we don't got the coverage to handle it. Okay, I'll be like, we're a rebuilding defense. Our closer is gone. That's why the Ravens took him. He's a closer, bro. When you're talking how they're going to use him, they're going to use him as a weak side linebacker to be the ad in their 3-4 defense. In a 3-4 defense, you always bring an ad or two. Shit, that's the best thing about a 3-4 defense, is that you can bring a linebacker or two from the second level, and it creates one-on-ones. It creates mismatches because of the angles of pursuit, etc. So when we look at that, Malcolm Kuntz will be used as that weak side linebacker, as we used to use Max Crosby, but he better fucking produce.
Yes, and that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Well, I think we're on the same wavelength right there.
Bro, without that, we ain't going to do shit.
All of us. I think all of us are on that. Like, you have to go out there and earn it. And I believe this scheme also benefits Kuntz. Like, they're setting Kuntz up to have a really good season. It's just going to be on him. It's going to be on him, because I believe he has the coaching around him. He has a scheme around him. And I know you guys are going to talk about the draft later. I think they're going to set him up with a good nose tackle inside. That's going to
have to
open in the end. It goes to that. You have to. It's not about, oh, we will. No, you have to, because of who you have at the edges.
Sure.
And I love it, bro, because look at the linebackers we have. Like we said, hey, man, the linebackers we have, they're not real. Like, one is not really a run stopper. The other one is injury prone. So what do you need? You need that big behemoth. You need that Mac Daddy. You need all that sexy that is up front. Hey, bro, But hey, I'll tell you like this: as a linebacker, and you see a defensive lineman swallowing up blocks at the point of attack, bro, you're thanking him because you're just fucking hitting that gap so fucking hard, just hitting downhill because the guy's taking up a double team.
Yep.
That's what we need. We need that one guy that's going to take up double teams in those two A gaps to let those two linebackers flow.
Yeah.
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 I'm gonna go ahead and hit on since we're still on this talk on the defensive side and just in general. We said this earlier. Who else could the Raiders target in this free agency? Obviously, we're talking about edge, right? We talked about Malcolm Koonce, him getting re-signed. We talked about Eric Stokes. Who could they potentially go after for the rest of the holes that we have in this defense, or on the offensive side of the ball? Sticking to edge, and we were talking about this earlier. Well, Chaseon's still out there. Do you thought he got re-signed? And
I thought he got re-signed. I thought he had signed. I thought he had signed.
He's still out there. He's still out there. Obviously, we know what Chaseon can do, what he is. He worked with Robbie Leonard, so he's more than familiar. He's 26. He's going to be 27 this year. So still on that youth movement. How y'all feeling? And you know what? His price tag did go up, but it's still not breaking the bank or anything crazy like that. It's just around $9 million. So it's cheaper than Koonce. But how do you guys feel about bringing him back? What other positions do you guys see that we go after in this free agency as well? Anybody that stands out for you guys?
Edge. You want to go?
Primo, are me and you on the same wavelength when we're talking Chaseon right now? Bringing Chaseon right now, bro. That would be a absolute game changer.
Hey, I'm not complaining about Koonce no more about this deal. You gotta, if you could open it up more for Koonce, I'll say that. And Chaseon will open it up. I would love to bring in Chase. I think that'd be the nail in the coffin for a good day one, day two, start to day two, is bringing in Chaseon. It starts in the trenches. We know what we have in the corner room. I believe we're going to build it up. The linebacker room, same deal. Coverages in the back end is a little bit of a question mark as of right now. Again, we don't know what this defense is going to look like come week one, come the regular season, but it starts up front in the trenches. Get after the quarterback. Chaseon, Koonce, like I love stopping the run, but what I love even more is watching Mahomes eat grass, Herbert eat turf, Knicks eat grass, like sending those boys down into the ground. Because what did Al Davis always say? The opposing quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. And so I'm looking at edge and that defensive line as a whole as a priority. Go get Chaseon, and yeah, his market value on Spytek is $8 million. Yeah, shoot, if you're giving Koonce $11 million, bro, there should be no excuses on why you can't go get Chaseon.
Yeah, for sure.
That's all I gotta say about that.
Tell me.
Jeez, bro. Are you kidding me? Why are we waiting? Why have we not dialed 411 speed dial, whatever it is, to Chaseon's agent right now for $8 or $9 million? We need to address the pass rusher situation, and he knows when to drop. He has that natural tendency to know when to pull off, okay, when he's being added. So tell me why we haven't looked into this. Why haven't the Raiders already been knocking down at the door? He plays in the 3-4 system already with the Patriots. He understands he's a Max Crosby disciple. What better way than to replace a guy that does pass rush specialty than with another guy that has a proven track record? Proven, key word right here. He has already done it 2 years back to back and not paying $11 million. Man. Come on, man. Yeah. Pay the man. Fuck you, pay me.
Interesting, man. That's fucking interesting.
There you go. All right, man. If we bring back Chaseon, bro, I'm gonna be very happy with you. I'll be a very happy dude. I think he'll be a great asset again. Sticking with the youth movement. But you bring him back, you keep him here. You keep him here for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
He, again, a guy that we brought in, bouncing around from team to team for whatever reason, it just clicked with him and Robbie Leonard, and he was able to go ahead and really bring out the best potential in him. And the guy has been just on that upward trajectory. I think if he reunites with Robbie, we're gonna see a continuation that he can still even get even better, which is crazy. On as far as free agents go, on the edge part, you have a lot of guys out there, but a lot of the older guys that are over 30 years old. A guy
They're on the same
a little
time.
bit older, but that's still not too much on the expensive part is Hassan Reddick. Hassan Reddick is out there. But other than that, you have guys like Cam Jordan is going to be a free agent. You have Von Miller out there as a free agent, so on and so forth. We have a lot of the older guys that are more likely going to be on a 1-year type of deal, and whatnot. But
Von Miller ain't retired yet, bro.
I know. I'm waiting for the.
I mean, like, hey, I was about to say,
come on one day, bro. Like,
Bro, we're still waiting on that.
I know. I don't think he's gonna retire anytime soon, bro. For real.
I was like, shoot, man, I'm like a senior citizen hotline here soon.
Yeah.
Free agents.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Hey, real quick, my guy Primo has to head on out. Let them know what you have going on, where they can find you, all that good stuff, bro.
Raider Primos on Instagram, on YouTube, guys. Just search up Raider Primos. And you will find us. We got a flag helmet. Just that's the logo. What we got going on, guys, we are going to be breaking down this free agency continuing tomorrow. Wednesday, we'll have a live show Wednesday and to break down the official signings of all these deals that are taking place. Go hit that subscribe button on YouTube and hit that bell so you guys are not missing anything from Raiders Primos.
Hell yeah.
Again,
real quick, I want to show you guys, because shout out to Raider Nation. He said sign to Kobe Dean over Devin Lloyd. Have some doubts, but hoping it all works out. Devin Lloyd got 15 average, 15 million on average. So that's a really cheap deal. I'm surprised Spytek didn't take that, but maybe I had my doubts on Lloyd because he had his breakout year in his end of the year, like towards his contract ending. So I'm like, we've seen this time and time again where players, when they're trying to get that bag, they ball out and then they get the bag and then they forget how to play football. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Spytek was afraid of that, but we'll see.
It takes two to tango, bro. It takes two to tango, and we forget that.
Maybe Devin didn't want to be in Vegas.
Yeah, he was like, hell no, bro. I don't want to be part of no rebuild. He's like, Fernando who?
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I'm good, bro.
I'm good.
I'm good. I'll keep it pushing.
Like, send me to the Panthers.
Yeah. But anyways, hey, thank you, Jay, for having me on, man.
Hey,
Shout out to Raider World, man.
Appreciate you, Primo. Much love, bro. Can't wait to catch you on there, bro.
Hey, have a good night. Definitely. I got to get you guys on my platform.
Can't wait.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you for calling on.
You too. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and continue on. Let's see here. Okay, cool. This one's better. All right. Shout out to my guy, Predator in the building. What is good, my guy? Salute. Thank you for pulling up. Yes, sir. All right. So again, going back to who else could the Raiders target in free agency? Obviously, we're talking about the interior as well, where we do need a nose. I know we got Adam Butler. Adam Butler's a little bit on the light side. I really do think we do need an actual nose out there. So just kind of looking at some of the guys that are out in free agency. Again, going towards a youth movement. Sticking to that youth movement, you have Logan Hall out of Tampa Bay. He's 25, going to be 26 this year with a market value just at around $8 million. Aside from that, you got our old guy, Jerry Tillery, under 30, still under 30. I think he's going to be 30 later on towards the end of the season. Also coming going out as a free agent from Kansas City. And then you have Otito Ogbania from the Chargers. He's about just over $2 million as well. Greg Gaines from Tampa. Potential guys that we might acquire if we're looking to go ahead and bring in another D-line guy. As wide receivers are concerned out there that are still available, that are still on that kind of youth movement. Curtis Samuel, I talked about him on Friday. He is available. He's from Buffalo. He's out of Buffalo. Still under 30. Jawan Jennings is out there. I don't know if you would potentially go after that guy. Is there anybody that you see out in free agency that you potentially would like to go ahead and possibly take a flyer on? Will?
Man, it all depends on what we need, right? We're looking at it right now, and I think when you evaluate things, I think we're going to trade, to tell you the truth. I think now in free agency in the first day, you usually see the heavy movement, right? You see the most movement on the first day. We did a lot of shopping, Jay. I think now we only have $45 million left in cap space, something like that, right? Something around 40
Somewhere
mils.
around there, 45, 50 per around there. I haven't done the math, to be honest with you. And the thing is that so obviously moving on from Max frees you up about 30. Then you had Gino, we saved about 8. And I forgot who else we moved on from. They gave us a little bit more as well.
I think we were like at 130 mil to 120 mil, right in there, right?
Yeah, around 122 to 130, around that mark.
So
somewhere in between.
When you talk about that, right? In my rough evaluation right now, we have about $40 to $48 million left. Which this doesn't include the 10 freaking draft picks that we have to sign, right? So you're talking about 22 to 25, maybe even $27 million wrapped up in their rookies. So we're talking about a space of about 15 to $16 million. So we're talking about probably 2 guys. And for me, what you're going to do with that is honestly, in my opinion, we've already addressed the linebacker position. They've already addressed the defensive end position. If you have a free safety issue, you got to look at the free safety, right? But the wide receiver room is another room that they're going to try to fill up. I think you either fill it up there or you draft another line or you get another lineman. We need a fullback as well. I'll be like, people forget that the fullbacks are heavily used in the Kubiak system, and the Raiders don't have one.
And Alec Ingold went over to the Chargers.
The Chargers.
So he's out of he's out of the picture. And
yeah,
when I saw him be out there available, I'm like, cool. And nope, he got snatched up real quick, bro.
Because they're such utility players and because they're so rare now, right? That's why you see a lot of converted tight ends. When you see a true fullback, a true guy that can do it all and catch the ball and be that utility guy, super rare. So that's why you're going to snatch him up. And that's why I say, I'm like, are you going to waste a draft pick on a fullback? I don't think so. You're going to pick one up in free agency. Mm-hmm. So that's where I'm like, we're going to pick up a fullback, I think. And I don't know which fullback, but you have to address that, man. You have to address the fullback. And I'm like, who do you guys that's going to play outside linebacker? Maybe opposite side corner. I don't know, man. There's so many things, but I think we're done. I think we're going to stick more to the draft now. I really do think we're more, the Raiders have now said, unless Jalen Carter becomes available for something like, it's like super cheap. I'm like, if Jalen Carter becomes available, we better be listening, bro. But I heard that he's available because of his on the field issues and stuff like that. So who knows? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know if he got if it got picked up or not. I did see something come out earlier, and hold on one second, I'm trying to like look it up. Um, yeah, I think he's yeah, he's probably available. And then this is the thing: if it's a character issue, it's like, do the Raiders want to really go ahead and deal with that? You know, can Robbie and Spytek really get this guy under control? So that's going to be the question. As far as I don't think they're done yet. To be honest with you, I still think there's still some positions or that potentially could be upgraded. Again, this is upgrading. This is not or addressing it. I think we addressed a lot of the issues that we had to address this day one, right? So we had to address the center position. That's done, right? And obviously with Tyler, we're going to talk about Tyler Linbaum in a second. I have some questions to ask you about that. We addressed the linebacker room. You know, the linebacker room was pretty vacant outside of the Bergs, right? And maybe like another guy. We addressed the nickel position, something that we needed to do. We went ahead and did that. So we kept some of the edges because that room now literally got, as far as talent wise, got really light with the exit of Max Crosby. So we went ahead and did that today. I think now it's like about potentially upgrading maybe a position or two. Obviously, a question out there: do we upgrade the right tackle position on the offensive side of the ball? That could possibly happen, right? Brandon Smith is a guy that could potentially be a guy that we possibly pursue. He is a little bit on the price side, not a whole lot. It's not nowhere near Tyler Linderbaum money because Tyler Linderbaum money, Tyler Linderbaum money. When I heard that contract, I was like, yeah, bro. I was like, yeah, all right, whatever, bro. Don't show me the receipt. Don't show me the receipt. I don't want to see it, bro. Just fucking wrap it up and put it in the car, bro. That's it. Let's fucking go
Bro,
before I regret it.
you ain't
You know,
lying.
you get the buyer's remorse, bro, because you're like, fuck, shit, I'm fucking trying to buy
It's
that.
like put it in the bag and open it as soon as you can because you don't want to take it back to the store.
Exactly, bro. I don't want to get that buyer's remorse. I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have fucking spent all that money on that thing, you know. But you have a guy like Brandon,
and you're right.
27 is a lot, dog. But you have Braden
27
Smith
million,
out
dude.
there. You have Braden Smith, 13 and a half, around there, 14, somewhere around there. You get a really solid right tackle position. Now, this is if you don't have any confidence in DJ Glaze and bouncing back this season coming up. You can either push him up to guard or keep him as depth. You still have a guy who is experienced that we know that can do it at the right tackle position. The thing is, there's levels to this thing, and Brandon Smith is just on a different level than DJ Glaze.
Yep.
You have Jawan Taylor from Kansas City. He's also becoming a free agent. He's about 15.
What is their age?
These are all guys under 30.
Okay.
Jonah Williams out of Arizona, under 30. He's 28. He just turned 28. You have Trey Pipkins out of from the Chargers, just under 30. Literally 29 and a half it says here. Josh Jones, another right tackle. His market value is about 3.5, under 30 years old. So this is still keeping along with the youth movement on that right side. So there's a lot of guys that are right tackles are going to be available. So, there's some food for thought there. Obviously, we've heard the corner. We might not be potentially done on the corner position as well. There might be a couple of guys. Marshawn Lattimore is out there as well. He's about 8.5. Trayvon Diggs. I think he's a little bit injury prone, but he is out there. He's about 7.5 million as well. We have Jamal Dean, just under 32, still under that youth movement. You know, we have Reek Woolen. We talked about him. His name has been brought up before. Don't be surprised if we go out and take a flyer on Woolen. You know, I'm a little bit mixed emotion because I know what Woolen kind of represents a little bit. But again, if you're going to be that physical team, Woolen's going to be a really good fit. It's just you have to teach this guy to be smart at times on when to do certain shit and when not to do certain shit. I think if you're up
He's a
ahead a few
double-edged sword.
scores, yeah, if you're up ahead a few scores, you can fuck around a little bit, but like you just got to be disciplined, dog. I think that's the more of the concern for me about Woolen. But this is a guy that I had an eye out since last year. So I wouldn't mind potentially take a flyer on him. And he's just at the $8 million mark. You're not breaking the bank on these guys, right? But I think these guys are potential guys you kind of keep your eye out on. They might potentially get signed by Spytek. We don't know. We'll see. But obviously, I think for the most part, I think we're done with day one. We even got a kicker just to go ahead and kind of cap off the night and shit. Cap off the day.
And that's what I'm saying, man. I think we're really like, I love the fact that we're looking at guys that are under $10 million and, within the right age range. But there's a lot of things, like you said, right tackle, right? That's really going to come down to Rick Dennison coming in and saying, man, DJ Glaze really sucks. And this guy is a problem, right? We need to address that. But there's so much young talent there. I'd be like, look at Grant. We got Grant. Who's the other kid? Caleb Williams, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
The other guard that we drafted?
Oh, Caleb Rogers.
Caleb Rogers. We have him. We have so much young talent. Yeah, my bad. I'm like, we have so much talent on that offensive line that I'm looking at it and saying, what did Rick Dennison come in and say? If he comes in and says, hey, man, we can work with these guys, we're good, then that's cool. Or maybe he says, hey, you know what? We need a right guard. And we draft one at 14.
Yeah.
We can draft Ione out of Penn State or whatever it is. Or something like that. That's a mauler. And you get a right guard that's a mauler. But then if you go and you say, hey, my whole offensive line needs to be restructured or rebuilt, then we're looking right now at saying, hey, I really do agree with you at upgrading the right tackle position. That's the only position in my mind that you can upgrade on that offensive line and not draft one. You can draft the right guard. Right guards are easier to draft than they are right tackles. So you could do that. But what I would like to see is for us to see what we have in the guys we got right now. I'd be like, I want to see these guys develop because that means that those picks were good picks and we're able to keep guys for a longer term. You know what I mean? I'll be like, but we'll see what happens, man. But I agree with you. The only position on that offensive line that we can really see an upgrade on and not draft one and say, hey, we can't get high value is right tackle.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the only, like, if you're that's why I said, I keep saying this for the last 3 months now, because I said it even before the season ended. I think there's obviously the center position, but the guards, we know we have JPJ. There's potential in Caleb Rogers. You can ultimately, if you want to go ahead and upgrade that right tackle, you can push up Glaze, you can keep him at depth. So there's some options there.
You can slide him inside.
Yeah, so you have some options there. I think if you want to go ahead and upgrade that right tackle, you're almost not completely bulletproof that offensive line, but you have a really solid one, almost all the way around. The only one will be that right guard, that because you bring in a guy in the second year who hasn't had a whole lot of reps, that might be the area that you will be a little bit suspect upon. But you have a guy in Rick Dennison that is going to be able to go ahead and kind of shore up that part of his play. So, either they keep Glaze, work with him, and work on some of the stuff that he regressed on, or you go ahead and ultimately upgrade that position, push him up, and keep him at guard, or you just keep him at depth. And it doesn't mean that he flat out sucks. Is that, he might just need to go ahead and sit out part of the season, most of the season, to kind of get his mind back, work on the stuff that he needs to go ahead and work on, develop more. And if anything, injuries happen. Y'all, we saw that. We saw this past season. Injuries happen on the offensive line. He might come in before you even know it. So there's different options, and I think whatever option you go, there's no wrong answer, and that's the cool thing about it. Like, there is no wrong answer on the way you can go. It's all about whether you just want to spend money on it or you don't. Like, you want to spend like free agency money, or you want to go ahead and draft a guy, like you said, because there is a lot of right tackles that are coming out in this draft as well, and a lot of guys that do have some talent that you can go ahead and pick up from this draft coming up. So it's just weighing your options. So I'm excited. I still think that we have some more signings to do. I think we pick up another corner. I wouldn't be surprised if we pick up another linebacker. Dre Greenlaw got released. Got released from the Broncos. His health has been a little bit suspect, but if he stays healthy, you know what you get out of Dre Greenlaw.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, throwing it out there. There's some other linebackers that are out there as well. So we'll see what happens. But I don't think they're completely done. I did want to ask you about this. Just kind of going through some of the guys that we brought in on what kind of impact they're going to go ahead and make on this team. We talked about it briefly early on. We talked about when we talked about Raiders signing on Tyler Linderbaum. What type of impact do you think he's going to really make on this offensive line?
Huge.
I know, huge.
Immediate impact. I'd be like the way that the center. Okay, and I'll explain it this way. When you're the center in the zone blocking scheme, you're the leader of the squad. You literally call out stuff. You're telling people what protection you're in, where you're sliding to, who you're blocking, every little single aspect. When you're talking about being able to bring a guy that's at a Pro Bowl caliber, that young, that intelligent, I think he went to an Ivy League school, if I'm not correct. This guy is a high IQ player that's going to be able to teach JPJ. He's going to be able to bring Colton Miller, even though he's a freaking senior guy, he's going to be able to bring that leadership aspect down. We need a new guy that's going to be in there to take over that leadership, because Colton Miller's only going to be around for so long.
Yeah.
Then you're talking about bringing in a rookie right guard. You're right. If we bring in a rookie right guard or bring in a guy, bro, there's so much to it that he does. Tyler Lindenbug's offensive line help is going to be huge. Now Fernando Mendoza doesn't have to worry, because this is the way we're looking at it, right? Let's be honest. Fernando Mendoza he's an Iowa. Then even better, because freaking Hawkeyes are Iowa's known for
Iowa's good on their offensive line. Yeah,
dude, they're known for producing offensive linemen. So what you see is that Fernando Mendoza won't have to make those decisions. He's going to be able to relieve a lot of that stress from him to say, hey, there's a blitz coming. I can make the call. Hey, let's make this adjustment. Hey, we got to make this adjustment, because he makes all of them. That's why his impact is so big, because he doesn't impact the run game. He impacts the pass game and impacts Mendoza's ability to, one, break down the defense and not have to worry about certain things. Rorschach, what's up, baby?
My guy. Salute.
Yes, sir. I love my guy, man.
2-4 in the building. One of the mods here at Just Raiders. Salute, my guy. Appreciate you pulling up. I don't know, bro. I think it was some guy named Rorschach Raider 2-4 that might have vouched for our guy Anthony over here. What, is he falling asleep at the? Is he falling asleep at the wheel? Is he falling asleep at the post, bro?
Probably.
Come on, dog.
But let me ask you, because when you looked at it, Jay, did you play out? You played offensive line, right?
No.
No.
I look like I played offensive line now and shit. My fucking fat ass.
So I played offensive line.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I played offensive, but I'd be like, not when I like in high school, but I played offensive line in middle school. I was a bigger kid in middle school, right? Like and then I got passed up by everybody. But man, it makes a huge difference, bro, because they're telling you like, hey, pick this guy up. Hey, pick that guy up. And it's a guy that's inside that room. When it's inside that room from a cohort, it's different than you're getting it from from your quarterback. You know, you're able to understand hand placement, foot placement. Hey, this guy took a wide angle on me. How do I get him? Oh, you know, this guy did this move. He can give all those advices to those young men and really lead that room.
Yeah, bro. And like I said earlier, I mean, you know, bringing in a guy like Tyler Lindenbaum, and again, shout out to my guy Lunatic Raider. You know, he's saying that it just literally trickles down to all the guys down there. You know, to JPJ, to Colton Miller. It's just a trickle down effect. What you know that happens from there. You bring in a guy, you bring a guy like him who's a veteran leader, bro. And it's just the experience factor. The experience factor between like a guy like Tyler Lindenbaum to JPJ is just it's quadruple almost in value, bro. And it goes a long way. So shout out to my guy Lunatic Raider. He says goes beyond filling the center position and also trickles down to the 2 guard spot by Lindenbaum making those spots better with JPJ and possibly Rogers benefiting from it. So there you go, you know, and like you said, it's a trickle down effect. You bring a guy who's been doing it for a very long time, longer than JPJ has. So that's why I say it's an investment. It's an investment into the offensive line. You have to. This is where this is really going to pay dividend come next year. Come in 2028, when we're starting to make really those runs. You know, this is again putting the foundation together. We're still putting the foundation together, but now we can do a little bit more coming this draft, right? Because now we got options. So I think we're on the way there. But yeah, Tyler Lindenbaum's impact is going to be huge this season for sure. I want to ask you this: what's going to be Walker and Dean's impact on this linebacker room? What do you see happening? Obviously, we needed that veteran leadership. What are your thoughts about that?
Hit me with that explosion, bro. That is exactly what's going to happen in that locker room. We upgraded massively. Damn straight. We just blew that motherfucker out the building, son, with Nicole Dean and Walker coming down. Come on now, man. We have upgraded tremendously in the linebacker room. When you're talking about Devin White, I'm like, Devin who?
Yeah.
Right? When you talk about freaking Landon Roberts, Landon who?
Yeah.
Right? These 2 guys are massive upgrades in the linebacker room. You're bringing in 2 young bulls. These guys are going to come in and make an immediate impact for the Raiders. I'll be like, come on, man. These 2 guys are absolute dogs. They want to be good. They want to be great. And now with that mixture, our freaking linebacker room went from like a C- linebacker room to an A++. So at the end of the day, Spytek killed it, knowing that in his 3-4 defense, he needs 2 guys that can cover space, that can fill the run, and take on lead blocks. Yeah. Now it's like you said, where do we get our nose from? Where do we get our AA gap plugger? Do we draft one? Do we get one in free agency? All still to be seen.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Real quick, hey Mookie, don't spam, bro. Don't spam. I don't want to block you. You're getting a pass right now because you're a Dodgers fan, but other than that, I would block you, bro. So don't spam. It's all good. You're a Rams fan. Don't care. Cool. I'm glad you're a Dodgers fan too, bro. But just don't spam, bro. Get it? You like? I get it. You like farm animals. It's okay. All good, bro. It's all good, bro. I don't judge, dog. But going back to this, yeah, bro. I mean, what I feel honestly, and I'm gonna dip into this. I feel that you need to set the tone with the veterans in there, with guys who have that experience, who have that talent. Obviously, there's questions on some of the guys, but I think other than that, they're solid. But I think this is what's going to happen. Obviously, we're going to bring in some young talent in this draft. You sprinkle that with some of these guys we just acquired. Oh shit! Hold on, bro. Let me put on my little thing right here.
Cooking.
It's gonna be cooking, dog. Jacob Rodriguez, bro. He's just, I'm in love, dog. Okay, I'm gonna say from the top of the mountain to the deepest ocean. I hope we get that guy, bro.
Let me ask you.
I hope we get that guy, bro.
I wanted him too, but now, okay, now that we've made this double upgrade with Dean and such a large investment at the middle linebacker position, do we really invest? Because I think for me, he's going to be either that 14th or that second first round pick, right? So, or second first pick. So I'd be like, where do you see it? I mean, like, do you see him going 14 or do you see us taking a chance in the second round on him? And I'm like, and do you really see him doing the second? Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna go top second, bro. He's gonna go early second.
So we have to pull the trigger in that second round.
Yes, and that 36 pick, number 36, which is what we have. You would have to pull the trigger. He's not gonna be there past 40. He's not. So that's the dilemma that you have. Now it makes it a little bit more easier to go ahead and do something like that because now we have the number 14 pick. We'll talk about that in just a second too. But now you have options. You know, you have options on some of the stuff that you can go ahead and do in the second round. But I did do one mock. I'm gonna put up. I don't know if it could happen. Anything could happen in the real life draft. But I did see a team. I think it was Houston that went up and got in the first round. They picked them up in the first round, like late first round, like 20, whatever pick they have, 28 or 27, whatever. They picked them up. But normally, what it goes, he goes early second. By 40, after 40, if you get to 50, because I've traded back, he's gone. Somebody picks him up. So you have that. But there's other guys too. Anthony Hill Jr. is another guy to go ahead and look out for. He would be a good pickup too. He would be a solid addition to that linebacker room. So there's options. I think we're gonna get some more guys to fill in that room. We're gonna definitely go younger, but talented. Talented is gonna be like the key word here. So we'll pick up a guy in the second. We might pick up a guy in the third. You never know how this draft is gonna go, bro. It might go. We might do some wacky shit in the first round, and we got some extra things going on here now.
You just wait, bro. Yes. In day one, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna bring something up, and I think I want you to think about it and see what happens. But we're gonna talk draft probably here in a little bit, so I'll wait for that, bro.
Yeah. Shout out to my guy, IE Raider Mike in the building. What is good, my guy?
Salute.
Appreciate you. Let's see. Yep, O-line is loaded. Yes, sir. Big addition. Yes. Raiders making some moves today. Spytek ain't messing around. Yeah, bro. He put on his big boy pants today and said, I'm gonna go to work and I'm gonna do some shit today. And here we are
Don
now.
John, baby. Big Don John.
Waving it around the air, bro, like you just don't care. I know we talked about Pay's a little bit about Pay's impact on this defensive line. Again, I think we're at a point where we need more depth here, and I think this is it. Obviously, he has potential to be a starter, obviously, but it's the void that got left by Max. So I think bringing him on, I think it's a good move. It's a solid move. Yes, he's not threading the needle or anything like that, but I think it's a solid move. He's going to be doing what he does is going after the quarterback and stopping the run. And hey, I'm 100% good with that. With Naylor, this kind of is a little bit more that I do want to kind of go more in depth on, because this wide receiver room is a little bit light as far as talent. What do you feel like his impact is going to be? Are you feeling that he's straight going to be wide receiver 2? Could he have the potential talent to maybe take up the mantle and be that number 1? What is your feel about him?
I feel about him is that they drafted him to be a number 2 because supposedly at 14 we're supposed to draft a wide receiver.
Dun, 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 dun. I don't know.
Supposedly, right? Or you know what? In my book, you might even use that 14th pick and next year's first round pick to move up in this draft to get whatever you want. Could be an interesting move as well. But right now, man, if you're looking at it and you're saying Naylor is an upgrade to any receiver that we have. He's our true number 1 right now. If we were to sit right now and start, he is our true number 1. So at the end of the day, he's an upgrade. He's a true number 2 and a guy with a ton of potential. He's a guy that I really see us using him like Shaheed. He has those variables. He has that speed. He has the ability to catch the football, and he doesn't drop it. Again, we go back to saying he only dropped 1 ball this year. So at the end of the day, you want a secure-handed guy that's going to make plays, that's going to be a difference maker, that has a tremendous amount of speed. You got one.
Yeah. And I'm glad you brought up Shaheed, because I was like, once I saw him getting signed, that we picked him up, I didn't feel like we're gonna go after Shaheed. It just didn't make sense, bro, because they're basically almost the same. Just Shaheed plays special teams. So I totally get it.
Shaheed was $51 million.
Yeah, and I think that's what ultimately, I think Kubiak was like, look, if we can bring him in, let's bring him in. But if you can't get him, all right, whatever. Like, I'm not crying over spilled milk. And then what ended up happening, Shaheed ended up staying in Seattle. So hey, good for them. They keep some of the guys, because they lost a few guys today. So hey, it is what it is. But cool. I'm good with Naylor. Yes, I think bring him in, bring him a veteran presence, and that guy that can catch. And that wide receiver room is going to be a good addition. Yet to be seen on what we do with these picks. Obviously, if y'all know, I hope you guys haven't been living under a rock. Could be. Hey, you just pulled up to our shows. Cool. Appreciate you. Thank you for pulling up. But obviously, Max Crosby got traded on Friday. He is no longer a Las Vegas Raiders as of today. And so what we got for him was 2 first-round picks, 1 for 2026 and obviously 1 for next year. The number 2026 is the number 14 pick. So we have the first and the 14 pick. So now the question is, because most likely we all know it's going to be Fernando Mendoza at number 1, right? What are we going to do now at 14? And I put out this rule earlier, and I talked about it on Friday. What do we do at 14? Do we go ahead and draft a receiver? Do we draft offensive lineman? Do we go ahead and get a defensive guy? Or do we trade back? You have different options that we can go ahead and do now on, at having the number 14 pick, because it is a middle of a round pick, but it is still good enough where we're able to go ahead and get some really good talent in that middle part of the first round. One of it being Mekhi Lemon. Mekhi Lemon is going to be available and is going to be most likely available at 14. And that's kind of what he's projected around between 12 and I think 20. I don't really see him being farther than that.
I already see the draft. Hey, what up, y'all? We can't wait to come in here and kill it for y'all. You know, I mean, like, kind of weird, but hey, if
If it happens, dog, I'm a SC guy. I'm not.
I'm an
Total
SC guy
diehard,
too, but come on, man.
Hey, dog, but hey, look, if they get them, cool. If they don't, cool. But this is the thing too. You can also, and I'm gonna take a page out of Jeff's book. You can trade now. I'm more comfortable trading back from 14 because you don't have to trade all the way down. You don't have to trade out of the first round too. You can trade down a few spots, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and pick up second, a third, a second and a third together, a second and a first for next year. So there's so many possibilities.
I like it.
But if you go down to, let's say, a number 20, on most box, Makai's still there. And you know who else? But you know what? The funny part is, if he's not, Casey Concepcion is there as well. And he is another top receiver prospect that you can also go ahead and pick up around that mark. Right. So, and you're picking up extra draft picks on top of that. So if you pick up a second, now you have another guy that you can go ahead and pick up somewhere in the second, whether it's in the latter half of the second, you're able to go ahead and pick up. If you get a third for trading down, you're able to go ahead and most likely get a high third round pick for that. It just depends on who you're trading off with, right? And where they're at. That is all the question from there. What do you get by training back?
We cooking.
Yes,
I love it.
But
I love
you know
what?
I wanted to get into this talk because now you have so many options, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move away. Let's say we don't get a wide receiver. Let's say they're like, nah, fuck that. We're not gonna do that. They got now you can possibly either get a defensive guy or an offensive lineman. And guess who is there? Got Spencer Fano now that you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Spencer Fano is going to be available. Vega, Leon is also in that realm, and though he plays guard, and now you're having into other conversations like, okay, we don't really need a guard. I like the dude's tape. I think if we were in the business of getting a guard, 100% get that motherfucker. But we not. We have guards right now. We drafted a guy in the third round last draft. I think we good, right? You can go ahead and get a defensive player. You can go ahead and get your potential Max Crosby replacement or close to it. And
let's not put so much
go
pressure.
Ahead and drop down to 14. You just don't know. I said Sonny Styles also, but Sonny Styles looks like he's fucking catapulted into the top 10.
Bro,
so
no, I'm gonna give you something. Okay, you said
I don't know.
Okay, how about if I do if you want Sonny Styles, and I'm gonna tell you, if Sonny Styles is such a great player that we believe he's that valuable, why not trade the 14th and something pick to move up to get him this year? Say, hey, I'll trade you 14 and the first round draft pick I got for last year or for next year, and then move up and get him.
And
that's it.
What?
2 first rounders. You switch 14th and you give them next year's first round that the Ravens gave you to move up to the top 5 picks.
I don't think you have to give them the whole. I don't think you have to give them next year's first. I think you can get away with it if you give them like the third. I think the 14 and the third, because we still have a pretty good third. Or you can give them your high fourth. That might swing it. I would say this is the wheel and dealing where Spytek has to come in and figure that part out and get that negotiation part down.
So I did the mock draft, right? Okay, so I did the mock draft. They will not accept it in the mock draft unless it's 2 number ones, and the highest I could go was New York at 5 for the 2 ones. Now,
wow, so you went up to 5?
Yeah.
I don't think he gets into the top 5.
But I'd be like, again, if he was a top 5 guy, if you have a guy that you like that's in the top 5, you can make that move. Like you said, if you want to trade back and say, Hey, man, you know what? Give me next year's one. That means the Raiders got 3 number 1 draft picks next year. 3 number 1s. And you could pick up another and switch,
Insane.
bro, and switch and move back. Yeah, you might draft at 22. You might draft at 20. At 20, if Messador is still available, you get a pass rusher.
Give him to
At
me.
24, if you still get somebody else at 24, offensive lineman, defensive lineman, corner, whatever. Caleb Downs might still be available at that time because of his knee thing. Some
Yes.
people might pass up on him. Casey Concepcion will still be available at that time. So when you move, and you get more draft capital, and you say, "Hey, give me your first rounder this year, give me your second rounder or your third rounder," bro, you're talking about snowballing this into a mountain of picks, just like the Bears did, and that's exactly what the fuck we need to do.
Give me all those guys, bro. Give me all those
pro
guys.
ready. End of story.
End of story. End of story. Give me a Messador. Give me Concepcion. Plug those guys in. Give me what's his name? Caleb Lemieux. Lemieux's out there too.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like when you look at all those names, and you said youth movement, right? If we're going young, Raider Nation needs to embrace the suck. We're gonna suck next year. We're gonna take our lumps. We're gonna freaking go out there and not look very good. We might be a top 10 team again picking next year.
Hold on. Pump the brakes a little bit. I don't think we're gonna be. Look, we went ahead and did the unthinkable and traded away Max Crosby, right, for 2 first-round picks because he didn't fit into our timeline and all this, you know, whoop-de-woo and whatever. So now we have a number 14 pick that we can, you know, do either get a BPA in whatever class or trade down from and get extra picks and literally fast track our rebuild. So now from like knowing that we just like plain old gonna be like garbage, hot garbage, we might be just like
garbage.
We
So
might
I'm
move
gonna
into the
tell you this.
range, bro. We might move into like that I range. We might fuck around and be I.
You know what? The reason I say this, Jay, it's not because I don't think the team will get better. It's because of the division that we're in. When you talk about the AFC West, it's an absolute monster. So it's not that the Raiders are not going to get better. It's not that we're not going to improve. It's the fact that we play in one of the toughest divisions in football with 3 very experienced coaches that each team keeps getting better and better and better every year. So we need to catch up. So that's why I say, hey, we're going to take our lumps. In my opinion, we'll be a top 50. We draft in the top 15 next year. What's that?
After today, I think we might have maybe leapfrog at least maybe one team. We'll see.
Who did we leapfrog, Jay?
I don't know. I said
did we leapfrog the Chargers?
Maybe.
Did we leapfrog the Broncos?
No, I mean leapfrog the Broncos, but
the Chiefs.
Chokers? No, not the Chiefs. The Chiefs, bro. The Chiefs went out and fucking got they overpaid and got their fucking Super Bowl champion running back. So good for them. I'm glad you overpaid. That means you can't go out and get other quality players and shit. Fuck you guys, but you know you always have to worry about them, and until like I think Mahomes exits the division or he retires, and then you won't. It depends on what the next guy is too, but you know for sure. I mean the Broncos they're still going to be formidable this season. I don't think they're going to lose that much of a step. Neither the Chiefs are going to go ahead and do some of the things to go ahead and get their ass back on track. I think the Chargers is going to be us, and the Chargers are going to be more in that neck and neck. But obviously, we'll see what we do in this draft coming. But now we have more ammunition, we have more draft picks, we have more things that we can go ahead and do, especially in that first round. I'm excited for it. In that second round, again, I feel that in that second round, we're probably going to go defense. Don't be surprised if we pick up a nose tackle,
Jacob
a
Rodriguez.
linebacker. Yeah, Jacob Rodriguez, Lee Hunter. We went with Lee Hunter in the combine, so that's a guy that you can go ahead and keep an eye on for as well. Anthony Hill Jr., a linebacker, is going to be out there as well. That we, go ahead and keep your eye on him. So there's different options that we can go ahead and do. Edge, Cassius Howell is going to be out there as well. So I'm throwing it. I feel that the second round is going to be defense. Third round, I think we're probably going to follow suit on that defensive side. I think for us to be really, if we're going to go offensive line, is to upgrade. And I think to upgrade, you have to do it in the second or first round, because we drafted Caleb Rogers in the third and Charles Grant in the third. So when you draft in the third, these are potentially like almost starter level. They're almost there, right? It just depends on how you work with them, how you develop these guys. When you're getting somebody in the first round, second round, especially for offensive line, these guys are potential starters already at that point in the NFL. So that's what you're kind of looking at. So if something happens, even if they draft somebody in the first or second round offensive line, I'm not mad at that. I'm cool. Would I be a little bit disappointed we didn't get Rodriguez? Yes, but I won't throw my TV at the door. I won't. And then the fourth round, we got comp picks as well. So now we got like 2 extra comp picks on top of what we already have. So I expect us to go, again, defense. We might mix a little bit of offense in there. We might pick up. There could be where we get a lineman. We also got to think about, hopefully Spytek is watching, but probably not. Maybe down that line, later rounds, we draft Colton Miller's potential replacement for down the line.
We have to.
Yeah, so you have to think with the future in mind, and this is the thing that we failed to do years prior, and this is now we're barely getting to the point where we're able to go ahead and kind of rectify that. I can't wait to see what they do. Obviously, corners are going to be another one too. Safeties, might pick up another safety in this draft as well. Maybe pick up another nickel. It just depends how you want to go ahead and go as well. Let me go ahead and take some comments from the chat. Again, appreciate you guys pulling up and rocking with us on this Monday night. Make sure you guys go ahead and get your questions, comments in real quick. We'll be on a little bit longer, but make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe on both channels. And also, I think Primus is still on as well. So if you're on Primus channel, you're new there, make sure you guys go ahead, head on over, give him a like and subscribe.
Where I can't even point at him anymore.
Yeah, this way. He would be here, but he's gone. He's not here. So make sure you guys go ahead and give Will a like and subscribe. And then obviously for me at Just Raiders, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like, hit that subscribe on this channel. Trying to get to that 1,700 mark. So hit that like. All right, let's see here. We go back. Ooh, we got lost a little bit. All right, cool. Butterby, shout out to Butterby. He says Mendoza, number 1, Freeling at 14, Bisconis at 36. Okay. All right. That's all right. Cool. I wouldn't be mad at that. Or I don't know. Monroe Freeling will still be there at 14, but
if he's available,
he could be.
I ain't gonna be bad.
Yeah, I think he might go up higher, bro. I think
so too.
Yeah. He might go up higher. Let's see here. Frank says target your first player, then move, and if you can, have to. Yeah, that's why you have they're gonna have their big board. So for sure. Yeah, at this point, we have the luxury of going BP on 14. We do, bro.
Absolutely.
Or trading back. It just depends. It depends. Butterby says if you're saying that we trading Max for Styles effectively, and that was to your point. Or I don't know if you would do that, bro. I don't know if you would go up to get him. It just depends how Spytek and Robbie Leonard feel about him.
Exactly, and that's where I'm saying.
Yeah, is he talented? Fuck yeah, that dude's phenomenal. Phenomenal. He would definitely boost up your defense immediately, but you would have to go up for that. You would have to go for that unless they trade out of the number 1 pick, which I'll be like, bruh, what the fuck? But again, you have
The number 1 pick.
do the right thing, bro. You gotta do the right thing. Draft your fucking quarterback for the future. Come on now. What are we doing? All right. Let's see here. Butterbean says, I think this is really a deep class out of the 3rd round. Zion Young early to mid 2nd is a great. Yeah. Another guy too. Keep it on the money. Keep your eye on for sure. Skylar Bell is a guy to watch around late 2nd, early 3rd. But this is the thing with guys like that. I feel like it's just like another nailer type of guy. I don't think this wide
Yeah, he's
receiver
the same
class
type.
Yeah, I don't think it's like it's too deep. I think it's shallow. Like Lemon and Concepcion, maybe Jacoby Lane has potential, maybe going wide receiver 1. I think he needs a little bit more development. Maybe he can get there. But out of those 3 guys, that's it. I mean, I see Malachi Fields out of Notre Dame. I think he has some potential too. But I think with him is like injury, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm trying to remember back, I just right now no, I'm not remember a whole lot. But hey, if it's a later round guy, if he's there in the 3rd, that's a guy to kind of keep your eye on. Frank says we ain't out of the cellar yet, fellas. Yep.
Nah, but we
R.
digging,
Mason
bro. We
Thomas. Yes, R. Mason Thomas is another guy to look out for. Man, that is I like that guy. Guy's phenomenal. Raider Allah. Shout out to Raider Allah. He says, How are you so sure we ain't going to take our lumps? Why don't you wait until we play, then decide where we are? You're making too much of what the division we play in. It's a hard division, bro. It's a hard division. And we're in a rebuild, dog. We're in a rebuild. Are we gonna look like complete utter shit? I don't think so as much as I did 2 months ago prior to the Crosby trade. Now that we moved on from Max, because we got the draft picks, I feel that depending how we draft, we might be better, potentially a little bit better than what I originally set my mind out to see. This is a thing that I want to also keep. Again, I'm gonna put it out there to you guys. I'm not gonna stop saying it until the end of the season. Is we can't put expectations on Kubiak. You just have to let these guys put this team together, address the positions, which Spytek is doing right now, along with Kubiak, and putting this team together. Then it's literally starting to go ahead and prepare for the season, through training camp, through OTAs, all that good stuff, yada yada, But don't expect too much from this team. Just the only expectation is probably just to look better. No, don't focus on the record itself. Not this season. Next season, we can go ahead and start doing that. But I feel like are we going to look a little bit better than originally expected? Yes. And I didn't expect a whole lot from this team. Now I can probably say my head, hold my head up a little bit higher. But some of these things we already needed. I was going to say some of these things we already knew what we were going to do. Getting Tyler in the ball was a must. We needed to upgrade this offensive line. So we knew that. We need to protect the quarterback. We need to go ahead and improve our run game. And that goes down to upgrading the offensive line. So, that's kind of what we're looking at. But go ahead. Sorry.
No, my bust, man. Come on, man. Are we really going to go, hey, Now we got Fernando Mendoza, and all of a sudden we're not going to take our lumps? Come on, man. Hey, you got to be realistic. Here's the thing. Just because we're being realistic, saying that this team is going to take their lumps, is going to struggle, they're not going to be the best, they're not going to be the worst, but we're going to be on the way. We know this for a fact. We are in a full rebuild. We just traded our star player. We traded our franchise guy. We are at the bottom of the barrel. We are digging our way out. To say that we are automatically in 1 year going to make a huge turnaround is unrealistic. And then to put that on this young man, okay? And this is why I keep saying, putting this type of pressure on just because Fernando Mendoza is coming, to say that we are automatically going to start winning 8, 9, 10 games is unrealistic. We just came from winning 3 games in a season.
Yep.
Set the standards. Say, hey, you know what? We're going to take our lumps. He's going to learn. He's going to keep growing, and our team is going to grow together. Year 1, you dismounted. Year 2, you're still struggling. Year 3, you should be a really good fucking team. And that's what the Raiders are expecting. And that's why you see a bunch of 3-year contracts.
Yeah. And I think that what you were saying about having do a big leapfrog, that would be more realistic if we had already Fernando Mendoza and he's going on to like year 2 in a similar situation, just kind of like Caleb Williams did, where he had a terrible first year, rookie year, and going into the second season it was largely due to coaching, right? And maybe needing some weapons. Now you can make kind of that type of trajectory makes sense. But honestly, first and foremost, if we're able to go ahead and double the wins that we had last year, that's a win in itself. Not
Absolutely.
saying that should be the expectation. I'm just saying, like, if that were to happen, we win. If we win one more game than last year, that's still a win. We're building towards something,
Mm-hmm.
because we have extra draft picks doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to go ahead and be great all of a sudden. No, what I'm saying is it's probably not look as bad as I originally thought. It might look just a little bit better. I don't know about 9-8, my guy. I think that's setting the bar too high, bro. I don't think we're going to be a 9-8 team. I think we're going to be looking a little bit worse than that. So again, it's just I don't want to put a number out there because I don't have an expectation for this team. I just want us to go ahead and work towards putting the foundation looking better at least than we did last year. Whether it translates into 1 more win, 2 more wins, so be it. Cool. 3 more wins, cool. I'm okay with that. Then that's to me seems more realistic than going from a 3-14 to a 10-17 automatically. It's a big leap. Y'all don't think so, but it is because you're trying to win 7 more games. 7 more games is a lot of games for real. Butterbean says trading 2 first was suggested. I don't know what you mean by that.
When I said you can trade 2 first to move up in the draft if you want to.
Oh yeah. That would be a lot. I don't know if I would do that for Styles, but again, it just depends if these guys are that high on him. I don't think you do, especially with the guys that are coming out. Again, Ruben Bain, because he just got measured, is probably going to be falling out of the top 10. It's crazy, bro.
Because of arm measurement.
Yeah, because of his measurables, it's crazy. Mesidor is probably going to be coming up toward the bottom half, maybe mid first round. So you have guys that are going to be out there that you can potentially go ahead and go after.
You trade back, in my opinion, bro. And honestly, the trade back that you said, where you give me next year's number 1, and you say, hey, I'll give you next year's number 1, and you give me some added ammo for this year, I take it. I know a lot of people are going to be like, no, you can draft Mekhi Lemon, you can draft this guy. I don't give a fuck. We need more than Mekhi Lemon. We need more than a number 1 receiver. So if we get 2 or 3 more draft picks out of this number 1, Why not? And another number one for next year, bro. Like we said, 3 number ones next year. That would be
Sign me the
insane.
fuck up. Yes, exactly. Shout out to my guy G Fam in the building, one of my mods and members here at Just Raiders. Appreciate you, my guy. Salute. Thank you for putting up the channels up on the chat. Appreciate you, my guy. Salute. Yeah. Avocado says nice shirt, bro. There you go. He says, where'd you get that, bro? He wants one.
Yeah,
It is hard, bro. It is hard. But honestly, though, before we got on, I thought, I'm like, why you dressed up as Scarface?
I'm Scarface Raider now,
Are
bro.
you on location in Miami? Like, do you know something? We don't know. I don't know, dog.
You know the way I live my life, bro.
He's like, I'm on vacay, dog. I'm always on vacay. I'm always on vacay, dog.
Hey,
oh man, that's fucking dope.
My wife likes to travel, man. My wife likes to travel, so I have to stay ready to be tropical at any time, bro.
Apparently so, or is it? It's just because Spytek is cooking so hot that you had to pull out the Hawaiian shirt and show the hamburger meat.
Mwah.
There you go. My guy Spy over there just kicking in the back, dog. Like,
I'm Will Montana, political refugee, bro.
My name is Thor Montana. My name is Raider,
Like I tell you, man.
political prisoner from Las Vegas, man.
No, man. Let me tell you. Hey, I call Johnny Spytek. He take care of the business. I say, hey, you fire Pete Carroll the first 24 hours and you get it done. And he got whop ass on.
Rochek says the Spytek cooking with Lord, my guy. Yo, dog. Hey, that's how Spanish cook. That's how Mexicans cook, bro. They cook a lot of shit with lard, bro. I mean,
and
come
I know
on now.
Spytek watches this show, bro. What did I tell you, bro? When we said, hey, Spytek, we need you to fire PG 7 a.m. sharp. What happened? PG fired 7 a.m. sharp. We said,
PC,
hey,
good old Pete, yeah,
PC done.
And
then we said, hey, we needed Kubiak, and we said, Kubiak, we need Kubiak. We need him in the door ASAP. And what did he do, bro? He be listening. He be listening. You know what it is.
Yep, hey. Exactly, bro.
At the end of the day, though, like I'm saying, the 14th pick is the most interesting pick for the Raiders draft for me this year. What do you do with 14? Do you make a selection? Do you move back? You can move up. You can move so many different ways. Right there, I think, is going to be the key for the next year for the Raiders' success. It's not going to be Fernando Mendoza. People see Fernando Mendoza as the main. Yes, I get it. Quarterback-driven league. But without that 14th pick and whatever else we do around him, Fernando Mendoza is just another guy. So it's going to be really interesting, Jay.
Yeah. You need to protect him. You need to provide him with weapons. Luckily, we have a real big weapon in Brock Bowers, but there has to be more. It can't just be Brock. I know we have Genty, but Genty mostly is going to do his run thing. I know he could catch the ball, but again, we need more weapons. The more weapons you have, the better this guy's going to be able to go ahead and just be effective out there. We need to be able to have that high dynamic offense, a high impact offense, and Kubiak is known for that. So just putting it out there. But we'll see what happens at 14. Whether or not they go ahead and go BPA, are they going to go ahead and draft a receiver, or are they going to go ahead and get a defensive guy? There's different directions that they can go ahead and go. So, man, I'm ready to see what happens tomorrow, day 2. Shout out to my guy 805 in the building. What is good, my guy? He says the Jets need to get him weapons and protect them. Hope they do that for Fernando. Don't you dare say that about my quarterback? Hold on, dog.
Wow.
Stop it. Get some help.
God damn it, get some help, 805. Enough of this Fernando bashing. It's Fernando Mania. And you
But you know
respect
what?
that, God damn it.
But I get where people are coming from, right? Like people are going both ways. Is he a franchise guy? Is he not a franchise guy? And people are gonna see it. And this is why the draft is so much fun. Because we don't know. And 805 might be convicted in one way, or you might be convicted in one way. But at the end of the day, bro, like this is why the draft is so much fun. This is why people invest so much time into it. So that way, at the end of the day, it could be like, I told you so, bro. I told you that was going to be one bad dude.
But guess what? 805, we got an extra draft pick next year.
For Jefferson.
Another number one. Another.
So
one.
let me, so Jay.
You can get your guy if this guy doesn't work out.
Jay, I'm going to play devil's advocate right now.
Yeah.
All right. If the Raiders say Mendoza isn't their guy, right, which is totally opposite of everything that's coming out, and they trade back, number one, you have 14. If they trade with the Jets, that would give you 2, right? Because they would probably have to give you 2, 16, 33, and something for next year.
Hold on. I send this to our group chat. I'm glad you brought that up. Hold on. I pulled out a Jeff mock.
Oh my god!
I pulled out a Jeff mock, dude.
I'm not trying to compare it to the Jeff mock.
I pulled out a Jeff mock. Hold on.
Everybody's gonna put us at the same.
Let
I
me
love you,
save
Jeff.
it.
But this is a dangerous territory now that you're putting us in, bro.
I know, bro. Like this, like I did this like 20 pick mock. Now it's kind of Jeff's mock now. Here, let me pull it up right now.
Oh man,
save it to my downloads. I'll show y'all what I did because you were talking about what do we do if we trade out of the
yeah. If you trade out of one, and let's say the Jets, all right, were to offer you this year's second rounder, okay, because they'd have to offer you this year's second rounder and their other first round pick. They might even give you next year's first round pick. Oh my god, a 28 player draft.
Oh my god, bro! What think you would do? It's like trade back.
No, I'm not. I wouldn't do that crazy, but I mean, like, if you do trade back, right, dude, that would give you number 2 this year, number 14 this year, number 16 this year. I mean, like, that's a ton load of picks for this year in the first round.
So I did this mock the other day, after the whole Max thing went down. And I'm like, I didn't. This wasn't the first one I did. Okay, so calm down, Jeff and Bob.
Bob.
So I did this one for shits and giggles, right? And I'm like, cool. Let me trade out of the first and give away Fernando to the Jets, right? So they gave me their second. They gave me the 21st and their 33rd, and I think they're 53. I don't remember well. I should have written it down. But so I got Reese. Then we already had 14, so I traded back a couple spots, and I got Freeling, and I think I may have gotten the 53 from trading down to 16. So I picked up Monroe Freeling. Then at 21, I got Ty. Then at 33, which is the Jets pick, I got Lee Hunter. Then at R36, I got Jacob Rodriguez. That's why I said, like, you got to get Jacob early. If not, like, he won't be there after 40, after pick 40. Then at 53, I got trading Stukes to address, like, the nickel part. Then I got Jacoby at 81. So picking up a wide receiver, right? So that's before we got Naylor. Picked up that running back in Jadarian Price, so getting that 1-2 punch for Genty. Then got Overton at 88. Then got Takario Davis at 102. I got our backup center, not like thinking, oh, what if we don't get Tyler Lindenbaum? Let's say we swing and a miss. So I got Trey Zun out of Texas A&M. High potential there. Romello Height, I got him at another just to go ahead and start building up that edge room. Mark Bell. So this is what I was talking about to you. This is what we were talking about earlier and getting Colton Miller's replacement. Mark Bell will be that dude at 185 because now you can go ahead and just have him sit behind Colton for a while and just have him like, just learn, bro. Just learn. And just be that guy. And in case Colton goes down, you have your guy already there to go ahead and just pick up the mantle. 218, I should have. This is where I kind of fucked up, but I did like Caden Curry. But I should have gotten another linebacker there. And I got the Jets first next year.
Hey, hit the fuck you pay me right now.
Hold on. I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't prepared
hit for that. Fuck you pay me right now because
fuck you pay me. Fuck you pay me. Fuck you pay me.
Whoever this GM is needs a 10-star review. The reason, and people are going to say, oh, you're a Fernando Mendoza hater, whatever. No. Look at what we just did with this draft, ladies and gentlemen. You turn one pick into several different picks. We are a impoverished franchise. We need players at every position. Bro, you are now even getting 3 first-rounders next year. You're addressing the quarterback position this year with Ty Simpson. If you don't hit, you have the possibility of hitting 3 times next year. This is where people get it confused, right? And they say there's only one way to slice the pie. We need to literally look at this and seriously address this. If there's a team that is seriously considering trading that heavily for Fernando Mendoza, where Fernando Mendoza caters 3 first-round draft picks, which is more than Max Crosby for an unproven asset, then why the fuck are we not doing it when we're not known for drafting very well anyways?
I'm not. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. This is just a messing around mock.
Stop it. Get some help.
I don't give a damn. I'm still drafting Fernando Mendoza. You need to get some help. Both of you. Stop it. But hey, you know what? If in case Spytek and Kubiak are not sold, maybe this could potentially happen. I don't know.
But Jay, I'd be like, honestly, if you're not listening for 3 first-rounders, I'd be like, bro, that's a lot. And I mean, like, you're only moving back 1 spot. I get that you're moving off that quarterback spot, but the players that are available in this draft, the better players are not the quarterbacks. They're at different spots. Why not take the risk at that? Yeah, people are going to say, well, we won't have our shot next year. We don't know if the Ravens are going to be bad.
Well, now.
We don't know if the Jets will suck.
So to play devil's advocate, now you have a better shot of getting into the top 10, potentially the top 5. Now you do. You might have to give up a second on top of that next year if that's the route that you want to go. That's if. I don't think the Raiders will do that. But if you're gonna do that, that might be the route you have to go in. You would have to be aggressive, and that's the thing. You have to find a trade partner that's willing to go ahead and give up the pick. So you might have to sell the farm. You might have to add in another pick somewhere to make this be a thing. I want to show this real quick before you go. This is just 28 pick mock. God damn. So you should have walked me through it. So I assume you traded down to 4. Then you got the 20. Wait. Yeah, you got to walk me through it. So you traded down to number 4. I assume from 14 you traded down to 20. And then you got 33, 35, 44. You probably got 44, 57 from trading down to 20. Then 60, 65, 66, 67. Goddamn. 102, 103, 112, 124, 134. So 124 and 134 were the picks that we already had. Everything else is basically trade down except 102. 140, 142, 151, 175, 176, 180, 182, 183, 185, 216, 218, 224. Jesus. Yes, explain it because I got lost like at.
I mean, like, what positions did he
65.
address?
So he got So he drafted Sonny Styles at 4.
Okay.
Then he got Caleb Banks at 20. So he got a nose tackle at 20. And then he got Ty at 33, which is crazy that Ty fell that far down. Then he picked up Pons at 35. Then Jacob at 36. Picked up Zion Young at 44. Got a guard in Emmanuel Pregnon at 57. Anthony Hill at 60. Dunker at 65. Thomas at 66.
Dunker at 65?
Yes, he's about there.
Wow.
He might go a little bit higher though. So
I think
it
so.
depends. Some of them go in second, like high, like middle of the road second. Then he got Crown over in 67. So literally he picked up already an offensive half of an offensive line or majority of an offensive line. Then he got a running back in Mike Washington at 102. Then another nose in Dominique Orange at 103. Then Brennan Thompson, the wide receiver, at 104, which, well, that's all right. Well, I would have gotten an edge in that 65 round, like the second or third. I don't know if I would have waited to 104. Chandler Rivers, a corner at 112. He got another center in Logan Jones at 124. Malik Benson at 134. So another receiver at 134. Taylon Green, another quarterback at 142. Got Slaughter, another center at 151. Price Sock at 175 a corner. He got a tight end in Jack Andrews at 176. Vincent Anthony at for edge at 180. Romel Height, I like that one. Jalen Husky, safety at 183. Jeff Cadwell, receiver at 185. Tariq Sapp, 216. Andre Fuller, 218. And Kelly Edge out of UCF at 224. So obviously we know that Jeff is very offensive line oriented.
Yeah, we have drafted
point and going down the draft list. No face was like, "Were you drinking?" This is vodka. I know, Doc. Like you only have two linebackers out of your like 25 picks that you did, bro. Like you could have.
We have no defensive guys almost.
Yes, we have like no secondary, dog. Like two guys, like two corners, and like
we'll be able to block like hell, though.
Yes, we'll be able to go ahead and rush like hell every time. You know, by this rate, you'll always have fresh guys. Primus is like, what the heck kind of box is that? There's a happened here. Oh my god, that's funny. Oh yeah. I mean, well, 3, my bad. Because you did get Sonny Styles. You get Sonny Styles and Rodriguez alone, and Anthony Hill. That's a pretty sick fucking linebacker room, bro. That's for sure. That's for
Yeah.
sure. But I would probably got maybe a couple more corners, safety.
Maybe a defensive end or two that are a little bit higher
A
than.
little bit higher, yeah.
Yeah.
I would prioritize. You still have to replace or try to at least aim towards, really putting a high quality into replacing
805.
Max
Dude,
Josh.
did you see
I don't
805
know,
coming?
Zion,
We're
yeah.
going to the wing T offense.
This is like, I don't know, bro. Honestly, like I try to do that with mine, and I'm like, I don't know who the fuck else to pick, bro. Like I think I got everybody. Like I can pick up another. Like I can pick up Death now at this point. Like I don't know what to do. Like I'm like, God damn. Yeah, we're going to win T off. Nothing but big boys. Jesus, I know, bro. Oh my god. Yeah.
We're going back to the beer.
Yeah, I know. Huh? Like the Raiders were the only ones on the board every round, bro, at every pick. Like there you go.
Oh my
28
god.
picks, you can't pay them all. So nice try. Maybe, bro.
Hey, we got
Maybe.
48 million in salary cap right
You
now.
just gotta stop now and not
28.
pick up anybody else.
Yeah.
Maybe like one more guy and that's it. That's it. Okay, so Jeff said he traded one to the Jets, then to the Cards, then to the Titans, and so on down the line. Yeah, I figured, bro. Was that's a lot. That's a lot. Wasn't the second post amongst we can try to say we can do some on Wednesday, bro, on when we do the Reddit connection. We've been doing that. It's been pretty cool. We can review your mocks. I just brought mine up because Will brought up trading back from the second round. I mean, trading back from the first round pick. So I'm like, okay,
Oh man.
there you go. If I screenshot it, social media to blow up. The world knows how the world's going to do. Jesus Christ. Don't put my business out there, man. Don't put my business out there. How dare you? How dare you? Don't you do it.
Want to cook?
Yeah, bro. If you need somebody to like Jeff, Spytek, if you need guys to come in and help you draft and do some mock drafts, you want to know how is it to trade back, give us a call.
Yeah, we got you covered.
We got you, bro. We got you, bro. Oh my god, that's hilarious, bro. Oh man, but I appreciate you guys pulling up and walking with us. It's been a fun show, hitting up free agency. Let them know what you got going on. Well, you have anything lined up for this week?
Yeah, man, I do, man. Hey,
Let them know where they can find you at.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Hey, you can find me on the Silver and Black Radio podcast. And tomorrow, man, I'm going to be kicking it with the most notorious crew. I got my boy 401 Raider Jeff in the building. Our boy Cheeto Linus is going to be in the building, and Steven from TBH Sacramento. Then on Tuesday, I got the Silver and Black Radio podcast. And guys, look us up on the Silver and Black Radio podcast.com. And that's pretty much where I'm at, man. Everywhere on YouTube, IG, TikTok, Instagram. Hit us up. I like to chop it up, have some fun, man.
And make sure you pull up and catch my guy Raiders Wills next on-screen television performance in Scarface 2.
Yeah, I already know, baby.
Don't fuck with the Raiders, man.
Don't you fuck with the Raiders, man.
Don't fuck with the Raiders, man.
Tony.
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 He's gonna play Tony Montana Jr. You already know.
I'm the new Scarface Raider.
There you go. Yeah, the little coffee Cuban shop across the street from that club, bro.
Okay. You give me a Cubano. Okay, go get me a Cubano. Okay, Jay?
Man, that should have been our pick, man. I'm gonna
Hey,
tell you
Jay.
right now. Would have tried it back from toe, man. Would have
Don't
been
fuck
picking
with
goal
me.
out of the street. Let me tell you. Oh man. Oh. And watch. Catch our guy Hollywood Raider Jeff playing the part of Frank in Scarface 2.
Frank.
He's gonna be the boss.
Frank.
I tell you something, man. That's a hustle. That's a hustle, man. A guy. Oh man. Oh, that's too funny, bro. Dude, I can't even do it. It's too funny. Oh man.
Mother.
Oh man, Willito's way.
Ain't no way,
go.
man.
Shout out to my
Ain't no
guy, Val Raider. Appreciate you pulling up. We about to go ahead and we've been on for like over 3 hours, bro. I'm about to get yelled at, dog. You about to get maybe yelled at? Probably not.
My wife's already in bed, bro. She's
okay. She's like, you know what? Just I'll see you when I see you.
She's like, go talk to your friends on your TV.
I know. Go do the TV thing for the next few hours. Like I'll see you. I'll see you when I see you. I know that's kind of how I get treated here, bro. Oh man,
I'm a second-class citizen in my own home.
Exactly, bro. That sometimes I feel that way. I'll be like, you know what? You guys don't care about me. Whatever. Fuck you guys. I'm just here to change diapers and
100%, bro. Pay bills, change diapers, and take out the trash. Take out the trash.
Take out the trash. Oh man. But make sure you guys go ahead and pull up and hit that like, hit that subscribe on this channel. Just Raiders. I will be back. Oh man, my eyes are burning. I'll be back on Wednesday with the fellas for the Raider Connection. Make sure you guys go ahead and tap in. We have a special guest again on the Raider Connection this Wednesday coming up. We have none other than our guy, Alpha Kasi Raider, will be joining us. And guess what? It's going to be kickoff for free agency. Free agency will start that day. And some of these deals will already be cinched up, but you never know. We might have some other stuff come through the pipeline. So make sure you guys pull up. We'll go ahead and talk about everybody that we acquired today and the rest of the week moving forward up into that day. So make sure you guys go ahead and pull up for that one. It's gonna be a fire show every damn Wednesday, 7 p.m. Pacific on this channel. My guy Jeff's channel, Leo's channel, Cheeto Liner, and LB Rated 10. Make sure you guys go ahead and tap in for that one. But that is our time for today. Appreciate you pulling up, guys. Ray's like, we're gonna get deported back to Cuba.
Hey man, let me tell you like this, okay? You need to like it, and share it, and subscribe it to my boy Just Raider podcast, okay? And let's get it done. And go Raiders.
Go Raiders. There you go. That's what's up. But appreciate you guys. I will see you guys on the next one on Wednesday for the Raider Connection with the fellas. So make sure you guys go ahead, tap in, hit that noti. As always, if news goes on, I will go on. So if something happens tomorrow, your asses might see me again. But until then, that is it. That is it for me today. That is it from us. I'll play the new outro, the intro, whatever. New one. No Max. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Y'all have a good night.
Raiders.
Please. Always remember, just Raiders, baby.
Let's go.
J-Ray, the creator with the killer content, hot takes and the dopest, guest Raider Nation. From Oakland to LA to Vegas, nothing greater than the Raiders, only facts. Just Raiders. Stand up. Welcome to the channel. It's called Just Raiders, baby. If you ain't subscribed, then you gotta try. Just Raiders, baby, nothing but love for the Raiders. Been an OG before 93. Shout out to the nation, they always crazy. So nation, ride with me, taking over my style is amazing. Making hits like the B on the Blitz and Silver E and Black on the attack. They on the map. J-Ray, the creator with the killer content, hot takes and the dopest guest Raider Nation. From Oakland to LA to Vegas, nothing greater than the Raiders, only facts. Just Raiders. just Raiders, just Raiders, just Raiders, just Raiders, just Raiders, J Raiders, just Raiders, just Raiders, just Raiders, just Raiders, just Raiders. Putting on shows like Brock on the go. We just like J Raider, the innovator, making shows like Good Morning Raiders, the originator. Raiders unfiltered, raw, never censored. The post game reaction, nothing but action. Just Raiders, baby. Just Raiders. Just Raiders, baby. J Raider, the creator of the killer content. Hot takes and the dopest, yes. Raider Nation, the only nation. There ain't no question. Just win, baby. Win, baby. Just win.